Now we're actually live. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, chats. Welcome to anyone who's listening to on the new wonderful podcast that we have. This is Blood in the Bayou, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition chronicle on twitch.tv/reprpg. And we're going to go ahead and get this show started. So, Siren, Pixie, you could take us away with the channel and who are we and what do we do?
Usually I do that, but our regular DM is actually here. So if Cody wants to do our normal rep hype, take it away. It's so rare that we have you on this show. So do the thing.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I am Cody Stone. And with me tonight, we have...
Well, I'm Pixie, and what we do here is usually we do D&D and tabletop RPG.
I just started at the beginning.
No,
I was doing other things, man. I was trying to go back over my character sheet.
That was honestly the most NPR intro that's ever happened. It was so Vincent Price. I loved it.
I was going for Vincent. I was going for Vincent Price. I was going for Vampire Vincent Price. That was
just Vincent Price.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Just Vincent Price. No vampire needed. We were stalling just for you, Commander. All this pre-stream bullshit was just so you could make it here on time. Talk about our shows and like what we do here.
Sure, we do actual play D&D shows. Monday night is our high fantasy game. It is Disasters in Danger. You can see most of these disasters right here with me on most Monday nights. It's a good time. And throughout the month of October, we have some very special shows. I will be joining Matthew, who plays Jace. He will be running a month-long spooky show, which I have been told it kills kids. So, yeah.
Let's not hype that up. I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, maybe you'll just have to come and find out.
Yeah, there it is.
Hate that. Yay, spook.
So that's going to start next Tuesday night. If you're in the Orlando area, you can join us Wednesday nights at Aruga's for Twisted Trivia with Megan, who plays Gem, our wonderful Malkavian. This show is usually on Thursday nights, which is a really wonderful time. Blood in the Bayou, Vampire the Masquerade. And I think if we get all of our shit together, next Friday and Saturday, we begin season 2 of our PvP League. Updated rule sets, updated maps. Should be a really good time. If you guys were a part of season 1, if you saw any of that, we've taken everything we've learned. We have overhauled everything. They're going to be 3v3 matches, fewer teams, longer matches, looking for ways to reward players. And this season, just one of the new updates is the new signature weapon system. So you're going to have a weapon that is signature to your character. It's going to level up with you every week, like a Moonblade. So you're going to get to roll on a chart, a D100 chart every week, and by getting viewer engagement with all of everything about PvP, you'll get rerolls for your team, essentially.
That's just sexy.
So yeah, that's kind of our role play / viewer engagement like reward that we have come up with. So you don't get any more than anybody else. This season we have worked very hard to take out a lot of the pay to win, even though that didn't really apply. The team with the highest donations to the team didn't make the playoffs. Second highest won, and the team with the lowest donations actually came in third.
Yeah.
So we were very pleased about that, but there still is sort of the optics about it, and so we've been working hard on that. I believe we're going to have one map this year, but multiple game modes, multiple game states. So that should this season. So we've got a lot of stuff. I think we have about half our teams set, maybe a couple of more. So there still are spots, is what I'm trying to say. So come hang out, check that out. Join us on the Discord. We'll drop memes and other goodness there. I think I've said everything that there is to say. Yeah.
Almost.
Just like in general, or about this specifically? Because I feel like there's a lot more to say just about stuff.
There's a little bit more to say. So, Jace,
settle in, kids. Here we go. Okay, so we begin at the beginning.
Jace, what?
so Matt / Jace are Tremere. Who helps make all this stuff happen right now?
Do you mean our friends over at Critical Dice?
I do.
I think you must. Over at Critical Dice, you can pick up any and all nerd accoutrement close adjacent to D&D stuff. They have wonderful dice, which we were gifted for this show specifically. They also have these cute little pins that we were also gifted for this show specifically. And they're very cute. And not only that, but you can get, what is this the command? Yes, it is. You can get 20% off of your entire order for anything on the website, barring one thing. I'll get to that later. You can save 20% off of your entire order, getting anything from dice to pins to hats to shirts, anything and everything you might want to buy to apologize to your group after scarring them forever during a horror month shot. And if that's
you're going to be buying them for your... Matthew is going to be buying shit from them during Spooktober?
This depends on how much trauma I induce everybody in. But you know how I said that there was one thing you couldn't save 20% off on? Well, that is because we fought long and hard. Fisticuffs were had to get you not 20, but 50% off of your first month's purchase of the Endless Dice subscription box. It's a monthly subscription where you get a bunch of dice, and if you get the extra large version, you might get a couple extra goodies. And you will save 50% off of your first month's subscription if you use the code REPRPG. Again, that's REPRPG. To get 50% off of your first month. So go get yourself some apology gifts for TPKing people.
In advance.
And get yourself some early Christmas presents and save a little bit of money and show the channel some love by using our discount codes.
And Critical Dice is awesome. Jason does a lot of D&D TikTok content as well, Critical Dice.
Yeah.
Good vibes all around. So we are going to jump in. Now, some of our characters have secrets from the other cast members, the other players. Some of their little backstory secrets. But we're not going to reveal those until the time that they're supposed to be revealed. So we're going to go Siren, Jem, Jace, and then Victor. Who are you? And kind of tell me a little bit about your clan for the new listeners who are just coming in on the new podcast.
So your ladyship Siren, is a clan Toreador. Her daddy is a Toreador bouncer. They frequent some of the same clubs that she plays at. He would often be the doorman at, et cetera, and he is her continuing to be her mentor, Vegas, and she is a runaway rich kid who just wants to follow the music. She's got to find her sound, essentially, just to not put too fine a point on it.
Are you the hero from Happy Feet?
Yes, I am Elijah Wood. I am Penguin. That's... Well, now I hate myself, and I have to rewrite my entire backstory
because
I feel...
movie. I don't know what
She's a percussionist. I don't see the problem. Yeah.
Oh my God,
literally.
does she tap dance?
He brings the gift of rhythm to the penguins.
I just rewrote part of her backstory to fit that exact thing.
She's no longer a rock drummer. She's now a tap dancer.
Already because of a thing Meg said about her song. There was a musical theater element wrapped into her backstory that none of you know about yet. And now there's a tap-specific thing. Thank you, Cody. So that's going to live on. And you said it, and you said it live, so you can't take it away.
The moral of this story is never let Cody play on your games, because he'll just derail your characters.
Moral of the story is always let Cody play in your games. We need some derailing now and then.
So we have
I write my backstory.
We have our party rocker Toreador, songbird-esque penguin vampire Siren. Jim, who are you, and tell us about your clan.
Hi, I'm Meg. I'm playing Gem. Clan Malkavian. My sire is Camille, the Prince of New Orleans. Malkavians are cool because we're one of the older clans, and we have gifts where we can see things, past, present, future, but all gifts come with a price. So we're all a little mad here in some way, shape, or form. And yeah.
And thank you for giving that probably the best description, because every time that I still just go back to the book and it's just like, yeah, they're deranged. I'm like, no, that's bad optics for 2021.
Because that's the word that the
Yeah.
derangements, right? And for the longest, it wasn't like ADHD was
Yeah.
on there, and it's like their definition of what the derangements, what the downsides were to having.
And for just a
It's
peek
such
behind
a-
the curtain, but a peek behind the curtain, when we first started this, our storyteller specifically, I remember having this conversation of, I trust Megan to do this.
Yeah.
We had this conversation because it is very easy to still fall into the trap of playing the monk. I'm just going to be crazy. And that's my excuse. But instead of playing it with a sensitivity toward the actual conditions that you're representing, so it was very respected that you handle it well. And
when I was making her in the beginning, Sway had suggested I make her Malkavian, and I immediately was like, nope, I don't want to mess with that. I'm afraid that that's too much. I didn't, you know what I mean? But here we are.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And I love her, and I absolutely love her.
She's absolutely glorious, and
she's perfection.
It is. It's one of those things with Malkavian specifically that I wouldn't say you have to walk an extra fine tightrope, but when you have to think about not just being, oh, I'm old or I'm potentially immortal. It's also like I have this thing that lives inside me, the beast for the vampire side, but also this extra facet to my character that I can never get rid of. There's no, there's no therapy that's going to help. There's no medication that's going to help. This is just a part of who I am going forward.
So
I had to go get my drum. it has to live
the
here.
drummer girl has to have her drum.
Yes, because I will actually start anxiety drumming on this during show when Siren is doing so, and I'm practicing beats that I have been learning. Thank you, Meg.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yay.
So Matt, you play Jace.
Yeah.
Who is he? And tell me a little bit about Clan Chimere.
Absolutely. So my name is Matthew, and I play Jace, the local gay witch boy vibes. He's
A friendly neighborhood gay witch boy.
Fucking here for it.
absolutely. He's a Tremere, and his dad is Iris. She is the owner of the Ancient Site, a metaphysical shop down the way. And Tremere they're a fun group. They were not originally vampires and were instead mages, which made them much more powerful. And then they were like, we want to live forever. And then they became vampires. And now they're not mages. But they do live forever. So at least there's that. But so their distinction is not only their thirst for knowledge, but also their use of blood magic and blood sorcery. So he is learning some rituals here and there for the betterment of his coterie, mostly.
Listen, ghost button pusher.
Yeah, and New Orleans is known for being just a little haunted. And so being the one kind of in tune with that everything, there's bound to be some repercussions and some mix-ups and some nonsense. So we are figuring that out as we go.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no repercussions for your own, no consequences for your own actions whatsoever.
Not at all. Definitely not that. These are the consequences. Here come my consequences. TikTok.
Look, here
sound.
comes a consequence.
Yes.
Consequence.
That's definitely not Jace at all times.
That is the song that's playing in his. It is our ringtone for him now.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
He went into each of your phones and programmed it himself.
He knows what he is, and
He
honestly,
knows.
that is when Siren started respecting him. Is this boy's got an aesthetic? I can dig that. Okay, we're
I think
good.
mine was when he started giving back all the little pot shots to Addison.
Addison, speak when you're spoken to.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
That's when I
Listen,
fell in
man.
love with Jace. Okay.
There's only so much nonsense he can take.
So speaking of Addison, we are short one of our players right now because he's doing amazing things in real life.
How dare he?
Yeah, doing all this amazing actor greatness. Addison is our Ventru because every Camarilla coterie must have one of the blue bloods, the king of kings. And don't ever give Addison that title because he will never let you live it down.
His name's
David,
Tim.
if you're listening, tune this out.
His name is David.
If you're listening, put this down and go to rehearsal.
Yes. So he actually made a business deal upon his embrace night and basically said, sure, I'll do this. You want me so bad. Other people want me so bad. Pay me for it. And, well, the Ventru's kind of packed full of money and was like, sure, we'll do this. And then immediately lost that money in another business deal because, well, he's young. So the Ventru giveth and the Ventru taketh away. But we are joined tonight by Cody, who's playing Victor. And yes, as we talked about before, the GM and storyteller and DM of mini shows here on Rep RPG. So, Cody, tell us a little about Victor, as much as you want to disclose, and Clan Bruja.
Okay, there we go. Well, Victor is a little older, a little meaner, and a little more focused. He's been around the block a time or two. Definitely not old by vampire standards, but compared to the rest of these pups, yeah, he's pretty old. He is I believe your first Anarch and Bruja. So previously a loyal lapdog of the Camarilla who is a little out in the cold, out on his own at the moment, and kind of sorting his way through. And as a Bruja, they are the philosopher kings, the warriors of old, and the just straight up punks of today. So he's not here for your I don't know, vampire nonsense, man. He's got a world to change, and he's looking for his friend. That's what has brought him to the bloody Bayou.
And bloody it is. So we do have our story taking place in New Orleans, Louisiana. And for all of you who might be listening who live in New Orleans, we're sorry. If you live in Louisiana, we're also sorry. None of us live in New Orleans, and at least for my part, I've got Google, social media, and every bad movie I've ever seen to kind of go off of for the Bayou, New Orleans, and Louisiana, and trying to not put negative stereotypes in. But our story takes place a couple years after Katrina actually hit, and the city is rebuilding. The Kindred Society is rebuilding, and our prince was someone's saving grace in New York City once upon a time, and was gifted the benefit of starting up the Camarilla in New Orleans yet again. All the vampires, all the Kindred either were dead after Katrina, or went into hiding, or left to, I don't know, not be around all the carnage and disease and everything that was going on. And it's amazing when storm damage happens how buildings tend to fall apart, and that means you're open up to the sun really quickly. So our kindred coterie here, with the exception of Victor, are all brand new to the kindred existence. Wouldn't go as far as say the livelihood, but they were given a task to survive an attack on a haven that they were gifted by the prince, to survive a daylight attack by ghouls. And some of them used blood magic to protect the way. Some of them decided to, well, just not be where it was going to be attacked. And it's funny how those loopholes just kind of work. So it was a test in politics and common sense, as I would go ahead and say, where if you prove smart enough to live, or continue, then you could continue for yet another night. So, last we left off, Victor had made a deal with the Nosferatu Primogen for a little bit of information, for a little bit of unbondable blood. And the Nosferatu have many uses for everything of value. And that is definitely a resource of value. So, last we left off, they were leaving the St. Louis Cemetery, number 1, which is King Louis himself, Grin, the Nosferatu Primogen's, for the lack of a better word, his haven. It's where he spends his time if you were need to be looking for him. And we're actually going to pick up right where we left off, with you guys walking out of the cemetery. Coterie, go ahead and take it away.
We got into cars because we were going to the Hard Rock.
Yeah. You guys, with the exception of Victor, you guys are, because he's on
brought his bike. He
he brought his bike. Loud enough to drown out even Siren's music.
Challenge accepted. I'll get a bigger amp.
So the three coterie members are in a chauffeured vehicle. Chauffeur is kind of an uppity way of saying that one of Siren's ghouls is driving. And we're going to leave it to
call them beefcake buses.
I'm here for that. One of the beefcake
on.
buses. And we hadn't decided if we were going to go to the Hard Rock or if we were going to go somewhere else. So the Hard Rock was the last piece of information that you had gotten, but it's about midway through the night now. So it's a time of, we don't know how much time we have left to accomplish what we don't know we need to accomplish. So with that in mind, Victor is going to be following the car unless Victor decides to do his own thing as a Brujah will. So,
and that's when we ran 2 separate adventures, the coterie and Victor, for the rest of the night.
I can do this, okay?
I know, it's just, that's the thing that Cody used to hate as a DM. We used to run public games, and there was always that one player who'd be like, they're going adventuring, can I stay in town? And we're like, for fuck's sake, my dude, why are you here?
Can. We'll come back to you next week and figure out what you got up to.
Yeah.
I will 100% do that. But yeah, so Pixie, or Siren, should I say, the beefcake bus is being driven by your bloodied ghouls. So you guys talk amongst yourselves, and Victor will be following along unless he decides otherwise.
So do we want to scope out tonight, or do we want to just call it a night as it is?
Do we know if it's open to the public at all in any way other than just offices? Is it back open? Because
you guys have definitely heard that the Hard Rock is opening up. It's within this first month of reopening.
Okay.
We
so
had
we
that
could casually
opening.
go gamble. It's the soft. One day was open, the next day it was closed, the next day it was open.
Yeah, you can go watch music, you can go gamble, you can go get some food, you can go have a room to yourselves.
And in theory, there are rooms there with blackout curtains.
You do know the Ventru own it.
Yeah.
So it is likely that could be arranged.
Okay. So if we had to, we could If we had to, we could
the
stay.
night. Yeah.
If it got too late, we could stay, but we probably then would end up putting our names on a room, or they'd know vamps were there, and we should probably
I mean,
avoid tipping them
it's-
off too soon.
it's a venture place. I think they're gonna know we're there anyway.
Also, did the graveyard got me all flustered? Did Grin say what we need, where we needed to go in the Hard Rock? It was just
No,
the
deal was for where and an entrance. So
He gave us the door,
The
right?
entrance
where was his
was-
friend sent to? And he pointed
Hard
at
Rock.
Venture Tower.
Yeah.
And then the entrance that was additionally bargained for, a way in, should I say,
Mhm.
was he pointed to the Hard Rock.
Now, we don't know if that means they're connected by an underground tunnel, or if that means there's a
Ah.
contact we need to meet there who can
There's
get
no
us
underground
in.
tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, there
Not in
probably
New
is
Orleans.
no
There's
under-
no
yeah,
sky
because
bridge that
no-
connects them.
Because
Ah,
that's what got it demolished in
yeah,
the first
yeah,
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized.
And in our world, people weren't fucking stupid and tried to build a basement in the bayou. And
That's the sequel to this, Basements in the Bayou. It's the HGTV version of Vampire the Masquerade, where we just it's just us renovating the Hard Rock, but as like
Oh God.
as Ventrue, who are interior designers only. Like that's what we do.
yeah,
My
I did. I was
God.
really, as a storyteller, I was really torn about where to put the Nosferatu, who notoriously live in sewers in a city that doesn't have sewers.
Yep.
And it's,
Graveyard felt like a
I
good
could-
shift.
yeah, we could suspend reality for vampires. We cannot suspend reality for water tables. So the Nosferatu live in the graveyards or
Yep.
exist in
Which
the
I love.
graveyards. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So we know that it's in the Hard Rock.
Something is
The way
the next step
the way to finding his friend.
is at the Hard
The
Rock.
only thing that you were given was the Ventrue and the Hard Rock.
So it feels like to us, to me at least, it feels like getting Victor into the Hard Rock and us casually playing dice and keeping an eye on things and making sure we're there as backup because he knows the right questions to ask or which of us to send to ask those questions without raising too many flags. He is in the
Okay.
business of trying not to get himself red flagged, so I think he's not going to let us get fucked up right out the gate.
And the biggest thing that you guys have to remember is that you have a Ventrue contact. He's just not with you right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
we know.
Did Addison tell us the name of the room? Yeah, he did.
He texted back something, yeah.
But he also like the room that he's supposed to go look at. He said it in front of us.
Because
Is he?
because David is doing his great and wonderful things.
Uh-huh.
We will I'm going to Jaeger his character a little bit in
Okay.
past tense and say that yes, when he brought out the envelopes
Mhm.
for discussion about the sex traffickers that we took care of for the Rain Foundation
Mhm.
for our charity month, that he also mentioned room 503
There it is.
at the
Okay.
Hard Rock, and that was the only thing that he was told was a key card and a room number for the Hard Rock.
Cool. Okay.
If nothing else, we can look into that.
Okay. So we're good?
Yeah, I think we go at least just scope it out for tonight, and then if it gets too late, we dip and then come back later.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Vroom,
should-
vroom.
Just having spent my life sneaking into movie theaters and watching heist movies I wasn't supposed to be seeing, can I suggest that we plan in advance a meetup point should things go weird?
Okay.
Or should Victor turn on us and just start killing people like just a place to go? Maybe.
And where that isn't the Haven?
Yeah.
I guess we could go to my apartment, but it's kind of small.
Just as a meetup point and a place to
Yeah.
sleep if we need to, if things turn sour in there or we ask the wrong questions or we piss off the wrong Ventrue.
Yeah, fuck
Somewhere
it.
to meet.
Fuck
And
it. We can go to my apartment.
do we know where that is?
You will in a second.
Not until he tells you.
Just making sure. Like,
Yes, Jem.
Why? Why wouldn't we go home?
Because if they're connected to Addison, they'll know where his haven is. And if something goes wrong or we get in a bad situation, maybe going home is a bad idea. Yes, Jem.
Didn't we do this like a month ago?
Yeah, but we weren't there when they.
But like we have security now?
Yeah, but does it hurt to have a backup plan in place in case we think we can't go home?
Yeah, I think for me, it's really.
I'd rather
just
go home, but
if
should
we-
something go real bad?
Yeah, if we can't go home.
Well, then why don't we all just go to our homes? Like Siren has a place and you have a place.
Well, I think it's more if we get separated and want to make sure that we are all safe. And then we can, and we can't go to the haven. Then we
That's
come
nice.
to, yeah. So
And they've taken our phones and
Yeah.
gagged us so we can't communicate.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Jem.
Yeah.
Yes, Jem.
Somewhere in the distance, you hear Addison's muffled sounds of crying. Because he's also gagged at the moment.
I love that boy.
Then yeah, I will give them the address to my apartment.
Sounds good. And that's kind of how we're going to roll with that.
Okay.
If you guys explicitly say that you have shared your own haven, because you guys are all you have Lasav as the haven or the coterie. If you explicitly say otherwise, then we will roll with that. But I will never just assume that you've given out your secret home base of sneaky sleepy operations to anyone. Because I'm pretty sure Victor's not telling you where he's staying at while he's in town. So is the idea that we're going to go to the Hard Rock?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to fast forward because unless there's some discussion that you guys want to have during the travel time, Victor can talk to himself, but no one else can hear it. So
Oh no, but as an audience, I want to hear it. I want to know what he's saying
does
along
Victor
to on his
Victor
bike.
sing? Does he?
Is he
Is he-
monologuing?
Yes. Does he?
Victor probably does monologue to himself, but I don't know if I think it would. You're just seeing him. So he just sort of, yeah, he's just talking to himself. Just, I think that's it. Yeah, that's
I like
kind
it.
of about as
Jem is
Like,
Keep
turning
your
around.
secrets, old man.
Jem is turned around in the seat, just watching him from the back window.
Roll me a perception or a wits awareness. I'm
Well,
always
I
going to
still
say
love that.
perception.
Yeah, right. Of course.
A 2.
Like 2 successes.
Very, very happy about that. But Twitch itself has
I have you guys muted right now. So, Tristan, thank you for all of your editing greatness. We're gonna wait until Twitch lets me know that we're back by saying, "Hey, they're live," and yada yada. Are we live on Twitch? Okay, sounds
so
good.
either that or it's very convincing ghosts. Matthew, what did you do?
So we are officially back. Sorry about that, guys. Twitch is wonderful and amazing and is the best platform in the world. And we would not say it's garbage right now. This week has just been Twitch greatness.
Yeah.
So our coteries decided to head to the Hard Rock. And Jem decided to peer back through the window and see if she could use her wits and awareness to see what Victor might be saying. And through the darkened ghoul bought glass, you can see that he's saying something to himself. That's about it. And then
She
we
doesn't
arrive.
know what her crazy is yet.
No. I need to figure out what song it is. And then
Well,
we
that too. She knows what it is, but
then we
Ride of the
arrive.
Valkyries, isn't it?
Oh, I could see that.
Right?
We arrive at the Hard Rock. Victor, I'm assuming you were following along the entire way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys all arrive, and Siren, your door is open for you as usual. And you guys take it away. You are outside. You guys have fully parked. All that's left is you guys to either converse and walk inside or just walk inside.
Do we want to try that room or do we just want to scope it out for now?
You do, in fact, not possess the key to that room.
Yeah, we can at least walk up. We can go up there as if we have a room. It's a Hard Rock.
Doors can be knocked on.
Yeah, or
Unless that
just
whole
listen
floor is
to.
just closed.
Yeah,
then
I mean, if
that's
the
weird.
floor is closed, then we have more information. But
Let's
or
go.
we can, let's just walk around for a bit. In we go.
And have we exchanged numbers with Victor? Can we say we have exchanged numbers with Victor?
Yeah, if you would like to have exchanged numbers with Victor, we can say that happened.
I at least have, just in case. I'm sure I have a VPN of some kind that can give a fake number if I need to, but
There are certain precautions that you guys were.
I just give him WhatsApp. It's not not my actual number. It's just
Here's my
just a
Snapchat.
messaging.
You can
It's
call
a
me if you need
Snapchat.
to.
I mean, yeah, WhatsApp is, you use your numbers. It's point to point encoded, end to end encrypted, I believe is the proper term.
I didn't know
So-
that.
Yeah, I have learned about it recently.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I give him a WhatsApp.
There you go.
And just hey, so I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say that you know the kinds of questions we should be asking, and you know how to find your friend a little better than we do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just linger as backup should you need anything, but I'm gonna try not to get the fuck in your way. And she just heads the fuck in and like finds a slot machine. Or a blackjack table. Like she's just gonna go play some fucking cards.
And with that, the coterie made their biggest mistake.
They split the party. They let
Okay.
Siren go gamble, and this is when we find a dormant
Let
addiction in
her?
Just let her.
sorry.
Yeah. So, and I'm not going to take that away. So, Siren, you guys walk in, and Siren immediately just starts going to the gambling section of the
Oh
Hard Rock.
no. Oh no. We went into a place where it's all about counting, guys. I've made a mistake. We can't get out.
There are no roses. It's fine.
Ah!
only one of you have that bane. So you guys walk in, and Siren just takes a beeline for gambling. She keeps an eye on you guys, but that's about it. So Jace and Jem and Victor, you guys are standing in the front lobby.
I'm gonna go to a bar. Why not? I'm gonna go to the bar. See what I can see, just to kind of sit there and hang out a little bit, if nothing else.
And Jason goes to the bar. So Jem, you're left with Victor.
Do you want help?
I mean, it was sort of the idea with bringing you guys along, but looks like you have some other things to take care of. So let me see what You good? Yeah, thank you.
I help.
Come along. All right.
That's not why I was doing that. I was trying not to draw attention to us. I wasn't just trying to abandon you.
I know.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, I am okay. Even Victor's not really upset. The
Oh,
only
I feel
thing.
like I fucked up. Cool.
No, you did. Well, here's the thing. Victor's gonna Victor. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
Victor gonna do what Victor gonna do.
That's fair.
So that's this is your city, so it really depends on the kind of splash you guys want to make.
Yeah. So when you guys approach the front door, Siren goes in first and immediately goes to gamble, and then Jace walks in and he immediately goes to the bar, and then Victor and Jem walk in, and
I head to the concierge desk, to the front desk, right? If there is a difference, I will head to the concierge desk because they tend to be a little more helpful.
yeah,
as it were.
there is a concierge, mainly for like rooms and such, but
Yeah.
also kind of the amenities available. And there's a young man, probably 20, if that, 21. I'm not sure of Hard Rock's employee standards for hiring, yada yada. So we'll say 21-ish. Definitely young, definitely comparatively young. Speaking to you, Victor, and he's wearing a nice suit, and his name says Claude on his nameplate, and he seems to be kind of flipping over some paperwork.
Claude,
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Claude, I have a lot of needs, and I'm hoping that you can meet them. Do you feel up for that challenge, Claude?
Always. If you can't find it outside those walls, you can find it inside the walls of the Hard Rock.
That's what I was hoping you would say. Claude, I've lost a friend, and I'm thinking that they're staying here, or at least have stayed here very recently. A very good friend of mine. I understand that your establishment's prerogative to not give out such information. However, Claude, I feel like we've become friends, and I like to take care of my friends. And he's gonna reach into his pocket, and he's gonna open what is clearly a like "fuck you" wallet on a chain, because it has to be, right? And he's gonna open up and essentially show that he has a wide variety of like credit and cash cards. Because I have resources 3. So
What the fuck? This is how we marry rich. We adopt Victor.
So yeah, I mean not like wealthy, but enough to be like, I can probably tip you off, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If this man could be bought, you have the money to do so.
So now I think that not only can we have a strong personal relationship, but I might be able to help you out as far as your career aspirations go. So what do you say, Victor? What do you say, Claude? Do you think that we are friends?
So for all the viewers here on the Twitch stream and listening on the podcast, paint us a picture of what Victor looks like.
So Victor is Victor's about 5'7". So average height for 1940, and he has short black hair, buzz cut, not quite like shaved buzz cut, but you get the feeling he probably had like a military haircut. I don't know in this for the masquerade. Can vampires grow their hair? Like, I think it has to be like a tonic or something. Like,
yeah, I've seen something where you can use your willpower to actually,
like, it's part of the blush of life. You have to
hair to grow.
like you concentrate really hard and your hair grows, but it reverts back to your embrace haircut.
Sure.
You mentioned how people would take their fledglings to get the way look the way they wanted before their embrace sometimes, and make sure you have the look you want to be stuck with forever.
So you get the feeling he was embraced, not like fresh out of basic. His hair had grown in a little bit, but he was definitely like he's got a military buzz cut. Larger man, muscular, but not like, he was definitely athletic when he was embraced, right? Running, jumping, climbing trees. He is dressed in a black tank top underneath a heavy biker leather jacket that has all the usual like straps and plugs and all that, and the sleeves are kind of rolled up and like buttoned across. He's got fingerless biker gloves that he wears. The belt is not studded, but it's like very wide leather with just a screaming eagle around the entirety of it, and like a huge belt buckle, probably. Big boots that are if they weren't work boots, he installed the steel toes in them himself. He probably jingles a little bit when he walks. He's got biker chains on and like dude's out of the Hell's Angels and is here to fuck your life up kind of energy that he has.
And so with that, I would like you to, and it is your choice, but I would like you to either roll a manipulation persuasion
Mm-hmm.
or a intimidation. Sorry, yeah, let's do persuasion roll.
Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Manipulation.
Yes, please.
All right. Well, this is only a hunger die then.
Oh no.
Let's see what happens.
Terrified.
You can't. I will say before you tell me the roll,
Okay.
you can use.
We have boons.
You have
Willpower.
boon dice. Well, you
Yeah,
can
6
you can use
boon
that as well,
dice.
but
Sure.
you can add any up to 7 extra dice for this roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
we have
I'm gonna add. I'll add 1 or 2. Let's
Okay.
do 2.
Let's do 2.
All right. So he has a hunger of 2. So I'm guessing there's 2 hunger dice, 1 regular die. Am I
That'll be it.
following? Right.
For the boon dice, I will not make you roll.
Hunger die. Cool.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. Well, the hunger die was a 5.
Okay.
So not a success, but nothing terrible. The 2 boon dice are a 6 and a 10. So 1 is a critical and 1 is a success.
I like it. Okay. He actually puts. He opens the notebook even wider instead of just flipping through it. He opens it up, and he looks at you, and he looks you up and down, and you see 2 distinct impressions go across his face. One is fear. The other is money. And he opens the book and he goes, yes, of course. And he actually puts the book in front of you. And he goes, this is your room here. And he taps for some sort of payment.
Absolutely. And I am going to.
I am sharing that art, by the way, in the
Okay.
vamp chat because
Good.
yes, I'm.
I am. Thanks. So I'm gonna lean forward. I'm gonna look at my wallet. Right. I don't know. I'm gonna roll a D10. I'm gonna find out exactly how much cash Victor has on him
Go
because
for it.
I don't really know. So 5. So I'll put down. He probably it's all in hundreds. He probably puts 3 of them down.
Was there a name that I could help you find?
Yeah, Alistair Abernathy or Alice Abbey, maybe. There's a couple of AKAs she's occasionally A'd as, or K'd as. So anything with a double A, if you have anybody that's been here in the last 2-3 weeks, let me know, and I can probably sort through that list if.
Of course, detective. Give me 2 seconds as you see that a woman has walked up. Just give me a few minutes, detective, and I'll see if I can find that information. Janet, if this man needs anything, I'll be right back. And then he actually turns and walks back into what you can only assume is their office and break area.
Janet, is there any way you could help me out and get me like 1,000 in chips on this card for me, please?
Of course, sir. Just give me 2 seconds. It shouldn't take long to validate this. And she takes your card and walks off.
Blackjack. Siren's kind of
Go
half
ahead, Jace.
watching all of this.
At the bar, can I would like to turn on my
Your button pushing?
terrible.
Push the button!
Yeah, I got
Push-
push the
push the button.
buttons.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sense the unseen just because I want to kind of take note about if there's anything weird around the main elevator If there's
Okay.
anything weird around the concierge desk, I just want to points of main interest. Like if we are heisting this,
Of course.
and I was the person going in and doing recon, I want to know
But for
where
ghosts.
where the magical alarms are and where the weird vampire shit is, if possible.
So you turn on your sense the unseen, your wonderful Auspex powers, and you do take a look around, and you try to keep Victor in line of sight.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
And you do. You look at the elevator, the multiple elevators.
Yeah.
Nothing really catches your eye. None of the wonderful Tremere blood magic goodness that you can see.
Figured. Figured.
No ghosts either.
Thank God.
And as you kind of scan back and forth, about 3 feet away from you is a man at the bar. You think it's a man. Definitely Nosferatu. Completely obfuscated. Sitting at the bar. And he's not looking at you, but he's kind of surveilling the area.
Is their code name the door? We could go find out.
But you see someone obfuscated, and they are most definitely Nosferatu.
Obfuscated.
Interesting.
Obfuscated.
Okay.
Obfuscated.
I will, because I know that Victor is this person I know you said that they're just kind of keeping an eye on things, but have they seemed to have particularly noticed Victor and Jem?
No, they look
okay.
very casual. They literally are sitting with their back to the bar, with their elbows up on top of it, and they're just kind of leaning. They're just watching the room.
Okay. I will just casually keep an eye on them for a little bit. Trying to be kind of doing the same shit, right? Just kind of leaning on the bar and
Do the mimic, the body language mimic thing that makes people at ease.
yeah,
basically. A Tremere mimicking the unseen Nosferatu will definitely put them at enemies.
Super at ease.
Yeah. But yeah, I just kind of want to keep an eye on them specifically since they're the main thing that has stuck out thus far.
Okay. And I will let you know. You let me know if you drop the site, and I'll let you know if you see anything before you do.
You got it.
All right. So, Victor, at the same time, both Janet and Claude return. And Janet puts a series of chips in front of you. They are broken down into smaller biddable amounts with a couple $100 pieces, a couple $25 pieces, a couple $50 pieces to equate to $1,000 in chips. And at the same time, Claude comes back and says, "Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. If you could just go ahead and take a walk by and speak to the detective, please." And,
Janet,
yes,
I
sir.
appreciate your help. And I'll throw her a $50 chip.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. If there's anything else I can do for you, you just don't hesitate.
Janet,
yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Of course. And she walks away. And she gives Claude. Now, Janet is a middle-aged redhead woman, definitely the senior in age, at least, to Claude. But Claude is definitely the one. He's the manager per se of the area.
Incorrect. You named her Janet, so she is now Janet from The Good Place in my head. I can't picture anything else.
Not a girl, not a robot.
Thank you, not a girl.
And so she takes your chip, and she smiles at you and gives Claude a kind of a fuck you look that you just barely catch. He misses completely, and she walks away. Yes, sir. So nothing underneath those names. I'm deeply sorry. However, could this have been a woman or a man?
Tough to say. Janet, have you ever
Oh, this is Claude.
Claude. Tough to say, Claude. I think the current term would be gender fluid, but as I think an older way to say it was they were a big fan of Orlando. You know the myth?
I do. And
Good one.
the voice kind of changes just for a second to a more possibly feminine voice, and then goes right back to his masculine voice. And it says, I do. That actually narrows things down. They didn't come here underneath their own name. And they didn't come here alone. The owners of this fine establishment, at least some of the senior execs, we had a little bit of an issue here in the lobby about 2.5 weeks ago over something specifically of names and assumed genders. And the only reason I mention this is because, well, and you see just under his eye, there's a little bit of a bruise that he's tried to put some concealer on. I overstepped my bounds while trying to step up for someone else. All I can really say is probably not the type of person you want to necessarily fuck with. But an Alice and an Alex and a whatever the fuck your name is this week conversation was had in the lobby and 5th floor. That's pretty much all I know.
I appreciate you sticking up for them, Claude. 1 second. Jem, what was that? I don't know anything about the room number, do I?
You do not know.
Fuck it. Then never mind.
Sir, Claude,
Yes, ma'am.
I seem to have misplaced my key.
Of course. Is this could it possibly be on the 5th floor?
It is, Claude. It is.
Okay.
Room 503.
Okay, interesting. Give me I think I can help you out with that, ma'am. As long as you can make sure that when you get up to your room that everything is fine and any possible issues are taken care of. And
Absolutely.
immediately walks 3 feet away and puts the code in the number into this tiny little machine.
And she's gonna just slide right behind Victor and put her head on his shoulder and just whisper, "Who are you?"
A poorly built character. I'm realizing that I probably put too many dots in places, but we're just going to run with it until I'm told not
This
to.
man is amazing.
Also, show of hands, who's had to rebuild their character after our first couple sessions multiple times? All of us.
Also,
They let us.
Cody-
We had a whole night.
Oh yeah.
you said that this man was not rich. You realize that 1 dot in resources gives you a house. You can have
Right.
a house.
Yeah.
So you're richer
So-
than any of us in real
And
life who
multiple
are not
cars.
homeowners.
With resources, yes, the book does tell you that. The resources could be anything, especially the older you get, could be like bank and cash and credit cards, or it could be the bike, or it could be whatever is on his person that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
A really expensive gun.
It also might not be resources he can necessarily access
Right.
readily available.
My sort of thought was he probably had a lot of resources when he worked for the Camarilla. He probably, because of the independent nature of his work, so he probably had houses and credit cards and cash and
Safe
all of that sort of
houses
things. Yeah, but I figure right now he's probably got some liquidity, his bike, and he probably is Lorenzo Lamasing his way through the Badlands of the U.S.
Fuck yeah,
renegade
good
style.
reference.
Yeah.
There it is. And
I'm never not going to be able to see that. It's Wolverine Lorenzo Lamas.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
You're welcome.
Exactly, you're welcome. So yeah, because I think he's like I said, he probably isn't gonna like walk in anywhere and be like, I'm buying your establishment, Bruce Wayne style. But he's like, I could.
No, that's a Megan energy. That's what Winifred did. That's not a Victor
I'm buying
energy.
this bar.
Literally, once that is a thing that Megan did in character, we just like dropped gold so all the guards would fuck off, and we just went in and killed this guy and took his house. And it was the most flawless decision that's ever been made. So I'm waiting for one of our vampires
Meg's like,
to do that.
which I don't remember that.
And we
No,
call it. It was aggressive real estate negotiation as
that,
far
yes,
as
thank you.
I'm concerned. So yeah. So when Chem whispers that, he just sort of, I might have a book or two written about me. Or not. I just sometimes like to think that I'm book worthy.
And before any other conversation can really be had about Claude comes back.
I couldn't remember the name of the James Bond author. That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to say.
Ian Fleming.
Fleming.
Yeah.
Ian Fleming.
I was trying to be like.
I think Ian Fleming wrote a book
are
about
you
me.
a farewell to arms? Are you all's quiet on the Western Front?
He is why it's quiet on the Western Front. He killed everybody on the Western Front.
So Claude comes back and he takes the card, the key card, and he actually hands it to you, Victor. He kind of just slides it across, shuts his book. If there's anything else I can help with, please let me know. Please let me know. And
absolutely. You know, Claude, here's the thing. We're going to take a look around. You know what I hate more than anything, though? Waiting on elevators. Do you think with the chips that we have here, our winnings, that we could, perhaps ask some of your staff members to hold the elevators for us on the 5th floor or not at the 5th floor, just to make sure that when we're ready to go, that we can go?
Of course, I can actually.
Is there a service elevator we can just have access to, basically?
I think I can help you out with that.
Jim starts texting the other two. Hey, come to the concierge desk.
And he looks around and he sees Janet, and she's actually at the bar, kind of on the other side of your hidden, not hidden friend, Jace. Mm-hmm. Completely unaware. And he actually hands a small key off his key ring. Should get you to where you need to go. Face the elevators. When you get to the elevators, you want to take a right, and it's actually around the hallway towards us, coming back around.
Understood. Much appreciated. Well, that sounds wonderful. I appreciate you very much, Claude. And might I say, Victor pauses here, and you watch him sort of struggle to find the right word. Cover up. Great job. Wouldn't have noticed. Looks really good.
Thank
You've
you.
been
I
watching some
appreciate
makeup tutorials from Meg, haven't you?
Just a word to the wise. Their cover-ups are always a little bit better. But I hope you have a great evening and enjoy your room, and hopefully everything is to your expectations. And if not, please let me, not her, know. And
Claude, I'm always coming to you. We're friends, remember?
Always. Especially if you can do what I think you can do tonight.
Do you have a card? Or like something I can write on really quickly?
Yeah, of course. And he hands you, it's a Hard Rock, just a Hard Rock business card. It has
she grabs a pen, and on the back writes, good for one night, a free night of rounds at La Save, and like initials it, puts her name, So there. If you ever just, need to come unwind.
Do you work there? I couldn't get in
I'm a
on
bartender.
opening.
I'm the manager.
This
I'm one of
is going to be good. I think this is. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hopefully we can see everyone there. And again, have a good night. And he tucks, as everyone does, the card into his vest and adjusts his vest. And he kind of turns and leaves you guys and the concierge area unattended.
I'm gonna grab the rack of
the land of vests.
I'm gonna grab the rack of chips because I'm assuming 1,000 in small bills probably comes in a rack. I'm gonna hand it to Jem. I'm gonna grab sort of the cheapest clay chip that there is and just sort of chip trick, just start rolling it. And I'm gonna start heading in the direction that Claude had previously directed me.
And Jace and Siren, you both get those text messages. You can do with them as you wish.
I do wait until they're on the move away from the concierge desk to casually pick up whatever my winnings are and tap out of my table.
Okay. Do me a favor. Roll a just give me a standard willpower check. It's not going to use one of your willpower. We're just going to use this for luck.
Still learning where all my skills are.
How much money did you put down?
That's a very good question.
I mean, you have a lot of small, I wouldn't say small change, but you have dollars and you have fives and you have tens.
I
whatever else
wanna
you've
say-
mugged off people.
Yeah, I want to say I feel ballsy. So I put down a couple hundred.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll me a willpower check. We'll see how that works out for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We could have used finance, but
Finance feels like
Gambling
Like
is
stock
finance.
market
two-
less.
yeah, like I'm Bitcoin investing, and there's
Yeah.
a whole language involved with that. That's what the finance skill feels like to me.
I have 2 successes, but one of them was a 10.
Oh,
Was
okay.
a
Oh,
critical.
nice.
So you actually you don't double your money, but you don't lose anything. You got an extra $150 to your name. So
Nice.
not enough to
Nice.
really change your dots, but you get an extra couple hundred.
No, well, it was 4. It was
Yeah.
just, eventually I'm going to need some new clothes and new bands keep coming to town that I want to buy their merch. So like,
That's fair.
Nice.
And go ahead, Jace.
I just once they have headed towards the elevators is when I will get up and I think he's gonna be stupid. I'm just gonna kind of nod
kick
a
the
little
nos.
bit. I'm just gonna nod a little bit at the nos as I pass their eyesight
Okay.
and head on back to the elevator.
So I'm actually going to use some beast dice to see how well that goes for you. So our beast dice is down to 3 now. And for our viewers in chat, you can use channel points or strict donations to give the players a bonus or myself a bonus. And for our podcast listeners, we try to, as much as possible, when things are, I guess, when the timing is right, we allow our viewers to help or hinder the story a little bit. So if you're listening to this on the podcast, come on down and join us on the next live stream, and you too can affect our story. Because right now we're about to see how well this works. Okay. So he notices that you make eye contact and just kind of nod.
Yeah.
And
like nothing sinister, just like
of course, just
like
hey, I saw you. No big deal. And he flips you off, steps off his stool. And are you continuing to walk?
Yeah.
You do. He walks to the gambling area, and you quickly lose sight of him.
Okay. Fuck it. I've had a couple conversations with hopefully we're not gonna get fucked over by having had some conversations with a primogen, but I can go tattletale if I gotta.
There was no animosity other than like a fuck you. You saw me. I'm gonna walk away now.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So I'm not terribly concerned, just
yeah.
a little bit.
And then you follow them around. Now,
Yep.
when you guys get to the elevators and turn right, there's no one over here. There's like some potted plants to kind of block the line of sight a little bit from just
Don't trust the plant.
random people walking around. And you guys turn the corner, and there is a freight elevator. It says employees only, and there are no cameras above it.
Great. And so I haven't. There are no cameras that we've.
No,
I mean-
nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm sure on the casino floor and the lobby and all that. Like, there's no way we're gonna avoid all of that. I mean, I guess with an obfuscate like 40 or whatever, like sure. But yeah, so I'm heading to the freight elevator. We'll see if they make it, if they come to.
And do you all? I know Jem is with you. She's your chip holder at the moment.
Yeah.
But Jace, you were walking over there, Siren. You're walking over there as well?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys all meet up at the elevator as Victor is turning the employee key to bring the elevator down to the floor.
I want to know how we got this.
We're friendly.
Really?
All right, so we're using. All right, so we're lying now. Cool. Oh, so we're using fake names. I'm Spider-Man.
So which are we going to that room? He looks at Jem. Okay.
That is a good question. How'd you know what room it was?
I can see the future.
Fair enough.
Amazing.
And do you guys? So the elevator comes down and opens up.
Yep.
And it's definitely big enough for 4 of you guys to stand in there, and there's enough room. The doors do not shut.
There's usually a button or a key
Yep.
that
Fire,
forces the
right?
doors
Yeah.
to close. Yeah,
So you
I
guys-
know freight. Yeah, I know freight elevators.
Do you guys-
Sadly, yes.
I just wanted to see if you
Same,
guys sat there
actually.
and
Yep.
waited for the doors to turn.
Nope.
No.
I
Because
know how
all
freight
of the
elevator
players know how these work.
So you
We'll just
do you
roll our
guys
eyes.
are you guys going to the 5th floor? Is what I'm curious about. So you guys hit Victor hits 5. Oh, what?
Should we like try
Victor
to
hits.
pick up? Should we like
Victor
try
hits,
to pick up a cart somewhere and do the whole hiding under a maid cart thing, or are we
There's-
just going straight up?
There's
Victor
no way.
hits 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna see if we wanted to check out 4 and 6 beforehand, just to kind of sandwich it, even though there's probably nothing on it and it's a little bit of a waste of time.
When he hits 6 and he's holding the like closed door button, he's gonna look at Jason and be like, "Going downstairs is easier than going upstairs."
Fair enough.
That's his entire.
I mean,
like he'd
That's-
rather walk down a flight of stairs
Because you can
than
jump.
walk up a flight of stairs.
As somebody who has to
can
walk
jump.
16 flights of stairs all day long, I feel that.
Yeah.
Then
So you get,
I'm gonna hit 4, and then I guess I'll meet you on 5. I just want to make sure that nothing bad's gonna happen below us.
I'll go with
Take your time.
you.
Okay.
None of us should be. There's enough of us to hit 2 on each, and meet in the middle.
I'm gonna grab $100 in chips for each of them and hand it to them.
okay, so you guys
thank you.
now have $100 in chips, only redeemable here at the Hard Rock. And you guys do. So
I'm
you
not
hit,
sponsored.
definitely not. Definitely not. Hashtag definitely not sponsored. So if you get Victor hits or Jace hits 4, and Victor hits 6, and the key turns and the door shuts and the door opens momentarily. A few moments later, and Jace and Siren get off on the 4th floor. And again, it's kind of the same pattern. Like it's the hidden elevator, so random people don't just walk over here. And so we have beast dice.
Ooh.
to
Oh
give.
shit!
Oh, why
It
would
was-
you do this to us?
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Mo.
Thank you.
Because Mo lives for chaos, and there's
You know,
there's
I
no
appreciate that.
yeah.
Thank you, Mo, for giving us an even number for what's about to happen. So,
Oh no!
a couple seconds later, as Jace and Siren step off on the 4th floor, very quickly the door shuts, goes to the 6th floor, opens and stays open for Victor and Chem to step off. Now, same thing. You guys come, and there's the potted plant kind of tucking the corner out of view.
For clarity, I don't. I do the awful freight elevator operator thing, and I don't close the door.
I actually was assuming you weren't going to close the door for an ease of access.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
so you guys both are on the right side. Thank you for the follow, Chief's Den. Thank you so much. So you both are on the right side at the very end of the hallway. So if you were to turn left, you would see a long hallway. Both of you, both groups see this because it's a floor of a hotel. They're all the same. On the 4th and the 6th floor. We'll start with Jace and Siren. What do you guys do? Do you guys activate anything? Do you just peek around?
What do I have to activate? I'm just the muscle at this point. Like
You're-
on this floor, I'm the strong, and he can do weird shit. I just
The
loosen.
Toreador forgot what she can activate. Okay.
No, but there's no one here for me to do anything on. So I
As
feel
of right
like
now, I
that's-
will say this. As of right now, you guys have not peered down the hallway. You don't
that's
know if there's anyone here. So before you do enter the view of, and so you can see, anyone can possibly see you, I'm asking you, do you want to activate anything?
So I will definitely have Sense the Unseen
Mhm.
up to see if there's any spooky stuffs. That is it.
Not right now.
Okay. And you guys turn, and there is actually an empty hallway for you guys. Jace, there's nothing that catches your sneaky peripheral vision at all. There is
Figured.
no, blood sigils anywhere. There are no sneaky Nosferatu. There's nothing. And it's about 10 rooms on the right hand side, and there's really nothing. There's some food outside of the rooms where people are like, okay, cool, I had my room service, go fuck off.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what you guys see.
Solid.
What would you guys like to do now?
Just walk down the hall.
Okay.
Trying to keep an ear out for anything weird. And a ghost eye out for anything weird.
Okay. And so I will let you guys know as we continue on if there's anything you see or hear. What's the plan at the end of the hallway? To come back towards the elevator or to go up the flight of stairs on the other side? Stairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Especially because it seems like we'll be waiting for that elevator for a long time if it is just being propped open.
Especially because
2 floors up.
we don't have the key.
We don't have the key, so we're taking the stairs.
As long as everyone's on the same page for that. Okay. So Victor and Jem, you guys do the same thing. You guys come off, and before you turn the corner, is there anything you'd like to activate or do or converse about?
As soon as Jace and Siren get off and the door closes, Victor's going to pull his jacket off, and inside the pocket in the lining, he pulls out a carbon fiber handle, and he basically assembles a crossbow in the elevator. And in the other pocket, he has wooden stakes essentially, and he's going to drape the leather jacket over his arm that he has it in, and he folds it up so that the jacket's over his arm, and then he's going to pick up the chip again and just sort of look at her as he waits for.
And she looks at you as she does on camera now, completely flabbergasted that this action movie star just pulled out an
Ian
assemblable
Fleming wishes
crossbow.
he'd written books about you. James Bond, who?
Mo in chat says this is some Blade nonsense right here. Here's a little bit of backstory on Victor. Is this is kind of his past gig. This is what he did, was hunt vampires. So not ever really unprepared for doing such things.
So yeah.
Jem, what do you do?
Can I see the key card really quickly?
Yeah, here.
Thank you, sir. She's going to focus on room 305 and try to get a vision if she can.
To focus on 305.
Yeah, like I know that's not how the visions work, but
503.
whatever.
Okay,
Oh,
no, in case you had
Be
something else
very
in mind,
clear.
yeah, dyslexia. Okay, let's move on. All right.
we can add it to the list of Jem's awesomeness.
There you go.
Would you like to use boon dice?
No, it's not that important. I'll use one.
You use one? Okay.
Please use them.
So how do I?
So what I want you to do is I want you to roll one boon die, which is just an extra one, and your hunger.
Oh,
Because you're relying on the beast and the blood and the vitae to force something. How many hunger? What is your hunger at?
it's at 1.
Okay, so you get a roll 2 dice, and you will get a vision because you are Malkavian, and this is what you do. Whether it is any use to you is...
How do I roll? Do I just roll 2?
Yeah, you just roll 2
Yeah.
dice. Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, a 2 and a 4.
Okay. So what you see is you do see a room, and it is the walls lining you are like House of Cards. This is something similar to what you've seen before when viewing New Orleans, and every card is the King of Spades. And every face is a African American, well, in this case, an African man with a white skull on his face and a top hat. And every time that you, in your vision, you take a step, one raises a glass to you, one puffs on his cigar and smiles, one winks at you and kind of gives you a little like up and down. And then the vision fades away.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, here. Actually, your hands are full. I will take the card.
I have one free hand, but sure, if you want it, take it.
Do you have anything else, like in your pants or boots or something?
No, not really, but I can make some other things work out if I need to.
What does that mean?
It's time for us to go.
And
I'm
Jem,
a child.
when you guys turn the corner, there are a few attendants to come by, and they're picking up the trays.
Mhm.
And Jem, you just get a brief like whiff when you walk by 603. A brief whiff of cigar and rum.
Oh no, he's up here.
Well, actually, I was headed to 603. So if there's somebody in the hallway, like attendants that are picking up the trays, so I'm guessing, like, is it maid service or is it?
It's maid service.
It's maid service.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop and talk to one of them on the way.
Okay. There's this relatively short black woman. She's not wearing any like name tag really per se. You can tell like there is one, but it's kind of like the name appears to be older than. This is a new the Hard Rock has only been open for a month. There's no way that this name tag should be this old and faded. And it looks like the Hard Rock name was like scratched out.
Okay.
And the name is faded, but you see that her name is Melissa. And she looks to be about her mid-40s.
I'll sort of casually just like walk a step by and then stop and be like, oh wait, hey, oh excuse me, sorry, what's your? And I'll look at the name tag. I'll note it. Melissa, right?
Yes, sir.
Quick question for you. The 603. Anything been delivered or ordered over there? Did you clean out 603 today?
As far as I know, sir, there hasn't been anybody. And she's folding towels. Like there's not been anybody in 603.
Really? I'm so sorry. I
don't
must
think
have been
so.
confused. Thank you so much. I'm gonna reach over to the rack of chips, and I'm gonna just grab enough that it's 100, 150, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just put them on her cart. Melissa, you've been really fantastic. You do a great job here. You know that I don't think people appreciate you enough. Could I ask you a real quick favor though?
Of course. Sir,
Fantastic.
have you been drinking?
Yes, a lot, all the time, but that's not important.
Fair enough. And she takes the chips and she actually puts them in her like little pocket.
Yep. I really, really, really need ice. A towel full of ice, like a big towel, not a little towel. You know where the big towels are, right?
Yeah, and she actually
can help me with that, right?
reaches down on her like their second tray, and she pulls out.
But would you fill it with ice for me?
I mean, the ice is right around the corner. There's like three.
But Melissa, it's better when you get it. You ever had a sandwich made by mom? Like,
You know
it's
what?
really awesome.
And she kind of pats her pocket, and the chips kind of go clack clack clack, and she goes,
Mhm.
"Yes, sir, I will." And she
Go ahead.
she tosses the long, almost like beach length towel like over her shoulder, and just kind of like sachets down the hall.
All right, Melissa. If you don't find me, I'm in room 612. All right, so check for me there.
You are with those. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Cool. I'm gonna walk straight to 603. I'm gonna activate prowess if need be, and I'm just gonna break the handle of the door for 603 and walk in.
I'm actually, I think, because I break in.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help before you do that? Can I do that?
Sure. If you think you can, I mean, we don't have an electronic key card, but
That's-
Thanks
yeah,
for
go
the
for it.
vamp boon, Alucard. Please
Here's
put
and
it
it's-
on our
Thank
list.
you.
And that is something is that you don't have the you possess the strength to Jen actually does as well, possesses the strength to break this door handle. You just can't access it via a key card.
Okay.
I didn't know. So
Then while he's breaking it, she's just coughing.
Okay. And Melissa does not even glance at you. She between the coughing and the loud ass ice machine in the hallway, like it's kind of tucked around. You can't see where she's at, but she definitely doesn't like peek around to see you. Between the I need to give one more for Beast for Belfry. Between the coughing fits and the ice machine, the crunch of the door handle, no sound. Do you guys go in?
yes, immediately.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she's behind me, but if she's
Jim,
not,
do you follow the lead?
Yeah.
And you guys walk in and you shut the door behind you. And
I'm going to hit the little latch
Mhm.
thingy. And if there's a chair nearby, I'll prop it up against there.
okay. And it's a perfectly made, pristine room.
Great.
And it is completely empty.
Great.
Devoid
Meanwhile,
of people.
Siren and Jace are just like,
Well, we're actually getting to that.
I
So
wonder.
you guys, we're going to flash forward and the camera drops 2 floors down and you guys are walking around. Do you guys get to, there's nothing to see.
Yeah, so it's just straight to the stairs.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to make sure that there was no, like, I don't know, weird
Like,
vampire hangout on the floor below us. I don't know.
Jace, at 4:03,
Oh, no.
you get a whiff of rum and cigar smoke. Just the faintest little bit. If you weren't you being paranoid as fuck about these scents of smells specifically, you probably wouldn't even realize it. It's hard rock.
do you react? Do you visibly react?
He will do the almost, if this was more of like a funny D&D game, he would do the like walking in. What was that? but because this is not comedy, not quite that. But
no, we
that same
are
vibe.
going to become what we do in the shadows.
yeah.
So it's
But
fine.
This is y'all's vamp
so
show.
he
You do what you want to do.
That's fair. So, but he will definitely like stop and then listen. Almost since there's nobody in the hall, right? It's just us two.
Yeah, it is just you guys.
He'll put his ear to the door, see if he can hear anything.
Hey, what you doing, buddy?
I
So-
think there's something about this room.
So, Jace, you hear a knock through the wall, like a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he steps away from the door and
Okay.
goes, never mind. There was something about that room. Not what I thought it was. And he will continue walking.
Do I want to know?
I mean, there's a couple having a
And
real
then
good time in there.
as soon
Never
as you
mind.
guys
I
walk
know.
by,
All right, we're fine.
Yep.
and you guys get down to the staircase at the end of the hall.
As they start walking, Siren just. Oh, I should call him.
And so, do you guys get to the end of the hall?
Yeah,
Okay,
go
I didn't know if you guys.
upstairs.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
guys do. You guys go upstairs. When you guys get in the stairwell, and this is like an emergency exit stairwell, and people who are afraid of elevator stairwell, there's no alarm. It's just a stairwell. There are no cameras that you guys see, but there are those like corner mirror things that you can see around the corner. As soon as you get in here and you get to the 5th floor, Jace, you smell the cigar smoke and rum stronger.
Cool. Tight. He will text our group chat, so that Siren and Jem get it. At the 5th floor, something's definitely up. Are you guys ready? Mostly because Jem isn't with us. Send.
She's gonna text back. She's actually just gonna send it to Jace. I felt him on the 6th.
He will just send a skull emoji, and then
She'll send back a cigar.
no, and then he's gonna say he was in 403, but I think it wasn't there. I think he was up. He's on something's on the 5th floor.
And Siren will text to the group chat, just the two of them. You know, I can see when you're texting each other, not me. At some point, I'd love to be brought in the loop, but in the meantime, let's get this fucking show on the road.
He will text back to that group chat, even with her in the room, in a sec.
Did you just give me the one moment, sweetie?
She just sends to the
Maybe.
group chat because there isn't a cigar. She sends an eggplant and then a fire emoji.
The hot
You
dick.
set his dick on fire?
she's
That's
getting
Victor's
that.
name
I would have went with like a
Getting
whiskey
that
glass
hot
because there
dick.
is one.
Yeah.
So you
Because Siren has no context for this. So if she just sends
Yeah.
eggplant and on fire, it just seems
Yeah.
like she set
Fire
Victor's
dick.
dick on fire.
Yeah.
It's okay. I took care.
That dick is hot.
Mitty, make it burn.
Oh God.
I have to divorce you right now. Okay?
You
I
Said
can't.
it. I just made it musical. I made it cute.
So
I made chlamydia cute.
you guys,
Please don't clip that.
I have a button for that now.
Oh, Jesus. Oh no.
Please,
Should work.
no.
Just gonna link that on my dating profile. I made chlamydia
I
cute.
think it clipped to the Pixies channel. My bad. So
Yay.
Werewolf, go, clip it, Mo, go.
Monsters.
so Jace and Siren,
Yes.
you are at the you're at the 5th floor fire door
Yep.
or
He
stairwell door.
will-
Sorry.
He will just quietly, because we haven't peeked into the 5th floor yet. Actually, because in between floors there will be a couple of flights, he will grab her hand and start to walk down a flight of stairs. just to like bring her with him.
Walk down? You
Why
mean
are
up?
we going down?
No,
You can go to
no,
303 if you would like to.
No, I mean, I just want to go down like we were at the 5th floor door, right?
Okay.
I want to go down to here, like
Okay.
one flight.
So you went from
instead
4 to
of
5
between-
and back down to 4
and
and a
then
half.
back
So
down
we're
to
at
4.5. Yes,
Yeah, got it.
basically.
Understood.
I'm with you.
He
Thank
will
you, Chief.
just so there are some things that are happening.
Yeah, no, I got that.
I think that only Jim and I can see them right now. Well, we can't really see any. She can see things, but you knew that.
Let me stop you right there. I don't need to see shit. I don't need to know what's going on. I just need to know how to keep you guys safe. And
Yeah.
honestly, so just give me a signal is all I'm asking for, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'd also just like you to be updated because it seems to be getting worse, and I thought that it would. But I don't know how much you know of voodoo and hoodoo and
Do what?
and the Lua, but
Not a goddamn thing.
cool. Well, one of them is he has attached himself to me and Jem. I think. Well, not attached himself. That's strong. He just continues to show his presence near myself and Jem specifically.
So we were attached.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want it to sound like we were the chosen ones or some bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? But
Make it sound like that. It's hilarious to me.
yeah, if you ever smell out of context cigar smoke.
That is a sentence I never thought I'd hear. Out of context cigar smoke.
You know, you learn.
Matthew,
you
before you
learn
go
to roll
further,
with that.
Before you go
Yes.
further, roll me a composure intelligence.
A
Oh, no.
composure intelligence, huh?
Oh no.
Actually, no.
That's a pretty good combo.
What
Okay.
is your witchy specialty? What was that for? So you're a cult, right?
So I have I have witchcraft and occult and blood magic as my specialties for occult.
Okay. So roll me a intelligence occult.
God bless you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But one of those is a hunger. Yes. I accidentally grabbed 4 hunger dice. No, thank you.
Feel free. No, of course, go for it.
No.
That feels like
thank
tempting
you.
too much fate even for our resident button pusher.
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Oh fuck. It's a 6 through 9 is a success? Or a 6 through 10?
6 through 10, yeah.
Okay, then 3 successes.
So as you're explaining that, like you're saying this, as soon as you say that you believe that it's attached or at least hovering around or following you and Jem, you go, no. Jem has always been with me when we've had that sense, or a place that I was recently at.
But not the 6th floor.
You were at the Hard Rock.
You know, that's fair. That's fair.
So says the beast inside your mind.
Modification. I think it's just me. So if anything, just leave me behind. Kick me out of the coterie. You'll be fine. But
That's
no, if you
not gonna happen, but okay.
if you smell out of context cigar smoke, just know that the Baron is near. And it's probably not a problem for you. But that was what I smelled kind of by 403. And I think it is by 603, but it's definitely on the 5th floor. My guess, 503. I know, wild, crazy, never would have guessed it.
But a crazy
After
random
being
happenstance.
403 and
Yeah.
603 and also where we need to go. But that is what is happening. So
Quick question for you. Just
yeah.
bottom line is this at this particular moment in time.
Mhm.
because I suddenly don't feel quite so bad about my mortal stalker and blackmail issues. Feels more manageable. I don't know how to fight a ghost. Is this
Hey, me
something I
neither.
need to ask Vegas to teach me? Because that feels like a very specific type of punch, and
See-
we have not learned that. And I may
Oh,
punch
Oh,
him.
ghost punch.
I want to fight God, apparently.
So I would,
Should have rolled a monk.
you know, yeah, honestly. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can punch a ghost.
Cool.
And you would also know that there's no fucking way the Baron is a ghost.
Yeah,
no,
he's also
no,
a
yeah,
ghost.
yeah. I mean, but I also don't know if I want to get into all
Not
of
a
the
girl,
like, what
not a
is the
ghost.
difference?
That is, I'm just letting you know.
Siren just nosebleed. No,
No,
don't
yes.
explain. Don't explain. It's fine.
Yeah.
I got out of school for a reason. I didn't like doing homework. We're not doing this. I offered to help you one time with your homework, one time because I like you. But like, let's not
Yeah.
abuse that.
So you guys
Please.
are on the 4th and a half floor.
But as we wrap up that conversation with A, like, I don't know if you can punch it, but just keep an eye out and know that if it gets bad, just run. He will like, as the conversation is over, if it's over.
She's looking him up and down and mentally weighing him and being like, yeah, okay, I can run with him over my shoulder.
That's
Like,
probably true.
no, yeah, she that's all is she looks it up and down and she's like, can I? Yep, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, he's very strong now that he's a kindred, but his frame isn't any like
But
denser
she's
and heavier.
Jessica Jones, is what I
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
And so, you know what? Oh my God, and he's Luke Cage. I just had a Vegas Siren moment.
It took you
and,
7 episodes, but
But yeah, so then, so as that conversation ends, it's back up to the 5th floor and waiting.
okay.
I
And
guess because they're not there yet.
the camera pans to room 503, just about steps, maybe 50 steps away from you, and then sinks through the floor and goes into the room it goes up and does that and goes to 603. And we see
Well-
Victor and Jim.
While they've been texting, Victor has very quickly opened a couple of drawers just in case. Is there a balcony or is it just a flat window?
There is a balcony.
Great. I'll check a couple of drawers. If there's like a nightstand, I'll very quickly check that, and then I walk out onto the balcony and I turn back to Jem.
easier to go down.
Take the key card to the front. Take the key card down to 503. I don't want to break any more doors than we have to. And then I'm going to step off of the balcony and drop to 503
Okay.
and leap onto that balcony.
Before you do all of the great action hero
Sure.
stuff, I need to know, do you have any banes regarding religion?
I don't have a bane regarding religion. It's something.
Like, does the sight of crosses and
No.
Bible? Okay,
No.
because there is
When-
a green Bible sitting in the underneath the lampshade. Because every hotel. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I have it. I have something adjacent, but it more like it exposes me.
Okay.
And that's when I get to hunger 4.
Oh,
But if you tell me that triggers now, I
no,
will.
it does not. It does not.
Right. Okay.
I can't remember the group of individuals that leave Bibles everywhere.
Yes. The Gideon. It's
Gideons.
Gideon's.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's just a slight tinge of it's a fucking Bible,
Yeah.
but it's so mass produced, left for whoever, and people have been known to just rip it out and smoke weed in the hotel rooms worldwide, that there's no like true faith in this book other than what you take from it.
Yeah.
And
It's beautiful, Sway.
and then you drop down, and so you open up the balcony doors, the doors.
Yeah.
You open up the balcony doors and you drop down, and then you notice that the balcony doors to 503 are already open.
Great. Can I see through the doors or see into 503?
You can. What you see is directly in front of you there's a TV on the left hand side. There is the entry door,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can kind of see like the edge of the bed.
Okay.
The windows are open, like not open, but the blinds are pulled open, but you can't see in there from where you are.
Okay. Is there a bit of wall that I can spy back Metal Gear Solid myself up against?
Yes,
Great.
100%.
I am going to. I'll do that. I'll look in, see as much as I can see, but I am essentially going to wait to breach the room until the people with the actual key start making noise on the front side.
So you haven't peeked into the room yet, just from what you've already been able to see?
If I can, I'll make the awareness check. Yeah, I'll make
Okay.
the awareness check. What's awareness? Is that?
I'm
is that
not
it?
even going to make you roll,
Great.
because you're just looking in
Yeah.
a hotel room.
Yeah, I mean,
There is a corpse fried to a crisp laying on the bed.
Okay.
No.
okay.
No.
I see it, but I'm still gonna wait.
Okay.
I am soldier long enough to know that fried corpse that's not an immediate thing I can fix, and so I might as well wait until my distraction comes through the front door.
So you sit there, Metal Gear Solid style,
Yep, I'm gonna solid snake it. Let's do it.
and Jim, you're left alone in the hallway. Next to the door with the latch and the chair,
Holding chips.
holding chips.
Far less than when we started.
What
I
just
think,
happened?
I think we're down to like half at this point. So
And we are going to take a short break with Jim looking very confused in the room.
Just John Travolting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We will be back at 10:05 Eastern Standard Time, and we will see you guys then. And we're back, and the camera pulls back into the Hard Rock and is immediately greeted by Jim looking but just flabbergasted and like just baffled at what's going on. My mind kept wanting to say bedazzled.
Well,
Yeah.
Bedazzled.
Flabbergasted and bedazzled.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jim, you are left with a latch door and a a chair underneath the door
Yeah, I know.
and a broken door handle.
Okay. She'll just go full Milton from Office Space, just start muttering to herself, burn the building down, start undoing everything.
And it should be noted that when you step foot in the room and as you are preparing to leave, you do get a little more whiff of the cigar and the rum. Because I didn't make a note of it to say that you smelled it inside the room as well.
Okay, she's having a weird night, so she's just gotta like kneel on the floor and cup her hands on the ground and just like whisper into the carpet, "I'm coming, baby." And she's gonna grab the chips. That's just what she's doing. She's chip girl.
And you unlatch and move everything from the door, muttering to yourself. And as you open the door, there is a large wrapped up towel of melting ice in front of the door.
That's weird because this isn't the room we told him to go to.
Nope. But it was the one with the broken door handle.
He's watching.
She's gonna grab it.
Okay.
We never know.
that's true.
Her
It's gonna
3
go
feet of
3
rope.
foot of rope.
It's gonna go real good with that 3 feet of rope, man. Which she
He's coming
does
out of
have
this with
on
a
her.
towel. Like
Yeah. So
There's a 3
she's
foot of
just-
rope. There were some other things that you've accumulated. Like
$100.
I've
And
got
3
feet of-
something every single episode. Thank you.
you've got a
Now feels like
Is that your crazy? Are you a collector
She's
lady?
gonna-
no. I'm not. No,
She's
I'm not
got
a
a-
hoarder. I've been gifted things.
she's got a vampire spit wadded $100 bill.
No, I had to give that back.
Oh, as your tip, yeah. as your
No, I had to
as
give
your offering kind of thing.
Yeah, that's gone. It's fine. So this now feels like the end bit of, was it Aces Wild?
Oh, Deuces Wild.
No, the one with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And
Wild Aces, Smoking Aces.
Smoking Aces. Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
He's just wandering down a hard rock hallway with a soaking, melting ice towel and a thing of chips.
Oh, and this is the begin. This is a how it started versus how it's going moment. Big time.
She goes down the stairs or up the stairs. We're down the stairs.
You would be going downstairs. Now, Jace and Siren, you hear a floor or two above you, the click click of the door and slight muttering.
Yep, that's Jen.
It is in
Are we
fact
sure
Jen.
it isn't just people having sex again?
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Click in the mutter.
And you guys,
Jace will
click and mutter.
Jace will just interesting.
and you walk up, and Jem walks down, and you guys are next to the 5th floor door.
We
Did you-
missing somebody? Did we kill him?
She just keeps walking
Did you set
to
his
the
dick
door.
on fire? All right.
He jumped out the window
What?
onto the balcony, I think.
Okay.
I might love him.
You can have him next time you go, and she'll offer the chips.
Thank you.
And here's what
And
we're gonna
she'll
do.
You want to put that towel down? It looks wet.
It is wet.
It seems wet.
5.
Oh no, don't count things. I hate that.
We're gonna roll
No!
and see what's in the hallway. Or
What's in the hallway?
What's in the hole?
What's in the building box? Sorry, what?
Are all buildings not just boxes?
It's a
So
bank, if not a paper bag with walls.
let me go ahead and subtract the beast dice.
How many are you subtracting?
Sounded like 5.
I know.
How many are you using?
I was
Why did you
correct.
use all of them, though? Swayifer.
Oh, swear.
So
Not the full name.
not the full name.
Sorry.
So who opens the door first?
Me.
So
Oh
Jem.
no!
I have the key.
Yeah, you
I have
well,
the chips.
you open the door, and there's no one in the hallway
Just take me.
aside from you and the dice. Or sorry, not the dice. I just rolled the dice. You and the chips and the bag of ice, and the strongest whiff of cigar and rum. And Jace washes over you as the door opens. Just a brief second, Siren, you smell it too. And then it fades. It fades for Siren, and it fades for
yeah.
Jem.
Was that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't there. I don't know.
No, I mean, true. Yep, that would be it. And it is as strong as ever. Jem, do you mind if I take the lead?
Okay.
Sorry.
She'll just back against the wall in the hallway.
Siren's gonna start pocketing these chips so that if she has to pick up the small boy and run away, she can have hands free. The fact that we've held on to them this long, to her, says they are important for some reason other than just financially. There has to be another fucking reason they have these chips.
In theory, it's
She's
so
putting them in
that
her vest pockets.
in theory, it's so that we can act like we belong here.
Yeah.
But
It's also currency you can spend without being traced.
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
Also,
yeah, like
I
we can
realized-
bribe people.
Being a vampire, I can chuck a clay chip real fucking
Yeah, no,
hard.
Yeah, a mood. That's why I'm
Yeah.
keeping them.
Yeah.
There's a certain bit of heft to
Um,
it for sure.
Same hat, dude. I was like, how many of these can I eat at someone?
Now, Jace, you are still using your sense the unseen because
Yes, I have not turned it off.
because you haven't told me you turned it off.
Yep.
And as you walk out, the same almost unintelligible writing that you saw in the book is scrawled on the walls.
Oh my god.
This isn't blood sorcery. This isn't.
No.
This isn't. It's not blood. It's green and some kind of glowing, and it looks like it's hovering on, like not on the wall, but hovering off of the wall.
He is going to go to the wall and inspect it further for just a brief second.
So, okay. So I have this. So Victor's to the window and you're to the wall.
And
That's-
because it is hot in this
Thank you.
room,
The sweat, yeah.
The
It
ice
is a
sweat.
balmy New Orleans night.
And
Okay. Thank you.
Yeet, motherfuckers.
and as you step closer, and just like the book, as the more you focus on it, the writing became something you could read.
yeah.
It's the words, blood of my blood, 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 all the way down the hall multiple times, superimposed over each other, blood of my blood, blood of my blood, blood of my blood.
Yeah, just under his breath, just like I did, just fuck. Okay.
Now, and Simon's just gonna keep on checking in. Like, is it time for us to run yet? I have no context.
No, I will let you know when to run. Jem, can you see this? Is there anything on the walls?
No, Jim, there's not.
No.
Unless Jim, I can't remember. Do you have auspex?
I thought I did.
I
You
believe
should
you have since the.
Auspex.
I do. I do have auspex.
Yeah, I
That
just don't
is-
know if you have Sense the Unseen.
Do you have?
The only thing I have two things in auspex. That's
Right.
I didn't write anything down.
So premonition is at level 2. That's what's giving
That's
you
what
your
you have.
visions.
You
And then
haven't put
so
them-
at level 1, you either have heightened senses or sense the unseen.
Okay.
And since we haven't role played you using heightened, we have used sense the unseen for you before. I can't remember. I think it was in the bar, but I can't remember exactly. But
Okay.
you can either choose heightened senses or sense the unseen, because I can't remember and you can't remember either.
Well, my future husband's in there, so let's sense the unseen.
Sense the unseen. Okay. So just keep a note of that. That's the one you have. Sense the unseen for our viewers and those unfamiliar is the vampire can detect things that are supernaturally invisible, like obfuscate users, ghosts, or dormant blood sorcery spells.
To be
Or
fair,
other.
we've leveled up, so
Mhm.
this is something that she gets not real used to.
Yeah, of
Mm.
That's
course.
why she hasn't been using it around with Jace.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And-
She's not like a complete dick of what?
And you
Oh yeah, I can
see,
see shit.
you
No,
see,
yes.
you see a language that you guess it's a language. You can't make out anything. Some of them are like pictures. Some like almost like hieroglyphics or pictographs. Some is scroll that could be almost like Aramaic or Arabic or
Cuneiform.
it's a mixture of a variety of things that don't mean anything to you.
Okay.
But you do see a slightly green glowing script.
and it's elevated from the wall.
It's about at like an inch away from the wall.
Yeah.
I
and it's
see what
kind
he
of-
sees. I just can't read it.
Yep.
No, I can't. Oh,
And then as soon as it dawns on you that you see it, it does fade away from your view.
that. Nope.
Not from yours, Jace.
I saw something.
Okay. Okay. Just keep an eye out, I guess. I don't know what for, but keep an eye out. This trip is probably more dangerous than we thought it would be. Yeah, keep an eye out. But I guess let's fucking go. If Victor's on that balcony, he's waiting for us. We can't just turn around. So
Quite honestly, the moment he rolled into town, we probably should have expected that this was all going to be more dangerous than we planned. Anarchs don't usually come looking for our help unless they have to. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Do you both have? And she just pulls just knives. Do you need anything?
Jace has a knife.
Same.
Great. All right.
It is not going to be his most useful asset,
That's fair.
but he has one.
Yeah, you needed to cut your arm to do your weird blood magic
Mhm.
stuff, right? I think it's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
mean,
very
really-
useful.
Well, no, I mean,
No.
really, for
I'm
him, it's
kidding.
more like so normally, yes, it's that palm all day, baby.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
that!
Iris
But it's-
did give you
you
guys
sort
Talked
of
about
weaponry.
this.
But
That's
it's
so
like because
useless.
vampires get special healing if they bite
Mhm.
things.
Mhm.
It's always the bite. You gotta have the
For our
bite.
charity month, our coterie received as donations weaponry and skills in which to use them.
Yeah.
So, yes, thank you, Pixie. We did a charity month for RAIN, the Rape Abuse Incest National Network, and it is the nation's largest anti-sexual assault organization, and that's why they took down sex traffickers and other bad guys, and got a little bit of training at the same time. So you guys walk down the hall, I'm assuming?
Yes.
And you guys are now in front of 503. And Chase, it is the strongest smell. Almost, and you know that you have to actually breathe for your smell to work,
Yeah.
your sense of smell, and you realize that it's not even smell. It's just like a psychic wave of the sensation and the imagery.
Cool.
Just thought I'd let you know.
No, yeah. He is just right before we go in, gonna text Iris. No, he's not. Never mind. I'm a liar. She can find out about it later if he survives.
He'll read about it in the paper. Figure out where he went.
Well, here we are, and he's keeping Sense the Unseen open
Okay.
on, but you have the key, right, Jem? Okay.
Well, D-Pass.
Can
Oh,
I
and with
give
the
a,
hair, like it works.
honestly, can I give a listen at the door real quick?
Yeah, of course. So the script goes across the door. Like it doesn't stop. It is just blood of my blood, blood of my blood, blood of my blood, blood of my blood, all the way down. If you would like to approach this door,
Yeah.
I need a willpower check.
Fuck me. Okay, got it.
Because there is this pressure pushing you away from this door.
We have 6 boon dice.
Those-
Remember?
Though
Use
that
them.
also, yeah, I really might. That also gets modified by hunger. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Specifically for this, yes.
I will. Fair enough. I will use because I have 6 dice, so I will just use 1. To
Okay,
get us
roll
to
your
an
7.
even 5. Please.
Wait, you have 6 dice, so you use 1 to get to 5?
That's
No,
what
I
I was.
used no. I used 1 boon
Oh,
dice.
the boon
Now
dice
we're-
brings
our
it
boon
down to
dice are now
5.
at
But it
Okay.
brings the boon dice down to 5. An even 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
An even,
Even though
5.
it's an odd
yes.
number.
Yeah. But you know,
If you
5
were
don't
Tremere,
count.
you would get it. Okay.
You just
Don't
made me
count as odd.
question all of
5
that I've ever known about math for a
5
second.
don't count as odd numbers because they are in the middle.
Yeah.
It's 0, 5, 10. So
Yeah.
it's an even 5.
Yeah.
No.
Because that's how
So
volume
as you
works
roll
on a
these
thing.
dice,
3 successes. None of them were on my hunger die.
Okay.
And none of them are crits.
you cannot get any closer to this door. You
Okay,
go
gotcha.
to like lean in, and just the thought of putting your face closer to this scrawling script meant for you, is a little bit too much for the beast to allow you to get closer.
Okay, he will like more actively recoil than he really wants to, but he like takes a couple of steps back as if he was like just pushed away from the door.
She'll look at Siren.
Uh,
Are you okay?
It's sure for
Let me-
now. I don't know if there's anything on the other side of that door.
I'm gonna go. Just please, just whatever's going on with you and a little bit with you, I think I don't seem to be affected by it. So I'm gonna need both of you to keep your heads. So
Yeah.
if I go kick something down, that's fine. But are you okay?
Yeah, I was just trying to listen to see if there was any, and I want this to be said because we're on stream, we're talking loudly,
Oh,
but
yeah.
But in reality,
In
we're whispering. Yes.
whispering.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
We're all stage whispering unless you
Yes.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Please,
Yes.
thank you.
I just wanted to clarify.
Thank you.
I
We've
was
gotten
just trying
fucked
to
by that
figure out.
before.
Yes, I was just trying to figure out if there was something on the other side of that door. I don't know if there is or not.
Well, honestly, at this point, if there's something that can do whatever just happened to you, it probably already knows we're here. So I'm gonna opt for not the subtle, and I'm just gonna. I would just like to go kick down. We have the key.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait,
Yeah.
You do have the key.
Wait. She's gonna like hold on one second. Reach into her pocket, pull out brick dust
Okay.
that she got from cemetery, and do a circle around Jace.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Just don't move for a second, okay?
Stay in your circle, sadness. This is the.
Can I have a little bit?
Yeah. She just hands him.
From a different pocket, though.
Love
It's.
Thank you.
Okay. And but she he's moved a little bit away from the door,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
she
Yes.
moves him a little bit further,
Yeah.
and kind of whispers when she's talking to Siren on the way back, even though it doesn't matter because we're vampires and we can hear everything.
Sure.
But yeah, she's like, he just so you know, he has a crossbow, and he has stakes. I don't think they're for us, but he has them. So
she just with a grin taps one of the pockets that Jem would know her drumsticks are always in and goes, yeah, well, so do I.
okay, but we've already got one crazy in there, and I
know.
don't Siren, I don't care if he comes back. I care if you do. So please be careful.
My goal is to make sure all of us come back, including that idiot Ventrue and whatever he got himself into here.
Oh, he's not an idiot. Be nice.
I can love him and still think he's an idiot. I'm sure you feel that way about us all the time. He says it with genuine kindness, like there's a genuine soft voice of, I'm not, that was an endearment.
I don't
not
think
good
you're
at-
an idiot.
Oh, I'm not
I'm
good at
sorry.
this.
She'll undo the key.
And
when
so
he
Go ahead.
hears the beep that he's been waiting for
for
like-
a minute, yeah.
for
Or
like
at this
10
point, 3
minutes.
years.
Yeah, but like luckily he's very calm. He's been, when he hears the beep, he will breach the room in a very tactical way.
As will Siren. The minute that click has gone, she just goes bursting into the door.
Jem gets
Through the
pushed
door.
out
Yeah.
like, "Ah!"
And
he's a little faster, and he doesn't have to wait for the door to unlock. so.
Obviously.
oh, and also for you, the blinds, the balcony doors are open.
Yeah.
So it's literally just a step around the corner for you. And
Yeah.
So some things happen all at once.
Yeah, they do.
Jace, the moment that the door, the key code or the key card gets put in, the scroll goes away.
Everywhere or just over the door?
Everywhere on the hallway. The scrolling script of magic greatness goes away.
Okay.
Your face.
He will
What curse
stay-
did I just unleash?
He will
I did
stay
it. You're
on
fine.
his. He will stay in his brick circle.
And
We said don't move.
your body stiffens up out of not fear, not of any of your own control. But you can't move.
Just Jace?
Just Jace. As Pixie zooms in, or as Siren zooms in, do you have any of your weaponry drawn?
Oh yeah, she at least
Drumsticks or knives?
Knives.
Knives.
She had a gun.
She does. I'm not as good at
She's
at
more
it.
trained in her knives.
Yeah.
I just assume if it's anything within walking distance, she's probably using her knife. So she unsheaths her knife and she storms in the room as Victor comes across, and to the immediate left of you, Siren, is there's about 3 feet of wall, and then like what you can assume is like the bathroom area. There's a small kitchenette on like the right hand side. And Victor, when you walk in, you know that there's the corpse on the bed. And Pixie,
I didn't.
No, do you walk? How far do you get in the room? Are you clearing the bathroom?
I would like to assume, given all of the men I hang out with, that I have at least some tactical clearing the room training. So if I see him clearing a side, I go and do a similar sweep.
Neither Vegas nor Hammy fucked up and didn't teach you to clear the rooms. And you do. You kind of peek into the bathroom real quick. There's nothing in the bathroom. There's the kitchenette area is open. See, there's nothing there. And Jim, are you following behind Pixie?
Can I sense that something's wrong with Jace?
Something's wrong with Jace. Something's wrong with Jace.
Or
well, let me ask you this. Do you turn around and look at him? Because he's now behind you. Are you more focused on Pixie in the room and Victor, or the safety that you've given?
Because I opened the door, and I think like as door open, I sort of, in a nice way, kind of got pushed out of the way so that she could go in. And
I did tell you two to stay back. So if they're
so that she could law and
and
order.
Jace is standing there. He's standing there like watching you guys.
I'm gonna just longingly look at Jace.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of like looks in the room like he's very focused in the room.
But he's not in front of the room.
No, well, he's like he was looking at the action and he doesn't staring. Like not into
also,
it. It looks like he just watched Pixie walk into the room.
To be fair, he was also told to stay in his brick circle, and he does know, like, he is well versed. So for now, it would appear that he is just staying in his brick circle.
I still have Sense the Unseen up.
You do. And there's nothing out of the ordinary on him or around him that you can notice.
Is though. Okay. She'll look at him and do the, "You okay?"
And you see him look at you and nod and do A-okay. And he kind of just like,
okay. So sorry, Matthew. I love you so much.
He does the A-okay and just kind of like looks at you and kind of raises his hand to like.
You know what? She's gonna stay in the hallway. What the fuck can I do in this room? I have no martial skills. I'm remarkably useless. She's just gonna chill out in the hallway until she hears someone scream for a drink.
Like, I need a perfect song for this moment.
It's like I don't know what else she could do.
So Pixie, so Siren, you clear the room, the bathroom. There's nothing in there. A very quick glance, and then you and Victor are staring at a bed with a charred corpse.
I don't know how long you've been in here. That wasn't you, right?
No. Is the bed charred?
The bed is not charred. There is some ashes that have obviously fallen from the body.
I'm gonna look around and see if there is any line that might trace to the source of the fire I'm basically trying to figure out if the bed's not charred, he's going to start to think that they were placed here or moved after the fact.
While he's doing that, Siren's going to look for ID, for any distinguishing features. She's going to check the body,
Okay.
and surrounding drawers just to make sure.
So Victor, with your experience, when you're looking for like a line of like a dragged body, it's not even needed.
Okay.
The balcony door was open,
Mm-hmm.
and so were the windows. The blinds were pulled apart,
No.
casting sun
Oh no!
on the bed. And
Okay.
now, regardless of how, let me ask you this: how long did you know them, or how long would you say that they had been alive or existed? Should I say?
I think they are I'm gonna look up generations and when the delineations are.
Well, let me ask you this: older than you?
Older. They are older.
You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is not them,
Oh, thank
because
God.
there is a stake.
There is a corpse.
There is a corpse. There is a stake.
as opposed to just ashes, and there's a stake in them to
There is a
torpor them.
stake.
Okay.
Oh no.
They were torpid for a sunrise death
Oh.
Okay.
and left. Roughly 6 foot, but it's kind of hard to tell due to ashes
Sure.
falling off.
Clothes? Any kind of distinguishing?
There-
Are they wearing
There
Louis
are no
Vuitton shoes?
clothes. There are no clothes. It's roughly 6 foot. It's a masculine form.
Is this how we kill Addison? I'm freaking out now.
Is it 6 feet tall and super strong?
They always get along.
Oh, why? I'm sorry.
I would like to examine the stake.
So you're going to remove it, or are you going to look at it while it's still in?
I'd like to
intact?
visually inspect it first,
Okay.
and then
Nice.
before removing it.
It is like a white wood,
Okay.
and it is perfectly. It was crafted for this purpose. It was crafted to destroy kindred, and it is etched in a way that is monstrously beautiful.
Oh, fuck.
No, hearing that, would my experience lead me to?
I was about to ask. So
You don't recognize any of the pattern. It's not a giveaway of
clan, perhaps. Like, do I suspect? Cody suspects off the top of his head some form of Toreador intervention or crafting of it, but
you could definitely tell that it is. It would be not expensive to make this, but
Okay.
craftsmanship definitely went into this.
Okay.
Somebody who took. There's no giveaway on clan. There's no
Sure.
distinguishing factor.
that's fine. Yeah. If there's nothing distinct enough for
Yeah.
him to reach a conclusion with that is absolutely, that's fine.
So then, given that this is kind of your wheelhouse, are there anybody? Was this your job? Are there still people in town doing this? Do you have like a list of hitmen who use this specifically?
I mean, it's yeah, they still exist. Do I have a list? No, Alistairs are by nature anonymous, and they operate outside of the rules within the Camarilla.
So you didn't have partners and coworkers you knew.
You did. You'd choose who you worked with. Some would choose the same Alistairs or other sheriffs or justicars to work with. But if this is most likely not an Alistair, there's only 13 blood hunt targets. There's only 13 on the red list at any given time. They are they are the FBI's most wanted. They are the top of the top. Something like this is a sheriff's kill, I would think. It's
Well, our sheriff tends to use a sword, very proudly, in fact, and I feels more like it feels more like a hit outside the actual direction of the law.
I apologize. I wanted to kind of amend that because Cody was thinking multiple thoughts at once there.
A dangerous pastime.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I don't know who would have done it, but if it was an execution of justice, they most likely would have made a bigger show of it. If it
was an execution of justice, I feel like, you don't know our prince very well. He likes to make a show of it.
Why hide it
So why be quiet in here?
And Jem, exactly. you hear that. You hear this conversation. It's not super loud.
Not a bad thing.
But
that's not uncommon for princes, sheriffs to demonstrating power and creating fear leads to loyalty within the kindred. That's not uncommon. So this feels personal and planned, clearly.
And cruel, I would imagine.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
It depends on what they are capable of. Not all kindred can remove the head of another kindred. It takes effort. But the staking, if it wasn't done through physical combat, means it was done through surprise. Does the stake look like it was pierced from the front or from the back?
From the front, you what you see out of the body is about 6 inches of a it's not engraved. Engraved would be the wrong word. Carved.
Mm-hmm.
So it's perfectly cylindrical from what you can see of it. So a lathe was used, and it is not hand carved, unless it was hand carved and then polished and sanded down to but all you see is what would be like the handle of it. Mm-hmm. The engraving, or not engravings, the carvings giving it a grip.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it is plunged into the body.
Jem's gonna go over, grab it, and pull it out.
And Jem, and well, for everybody, when you do, I would like a willpower check, please. Yes, Jace.
You need me to make one too, or am I a ghost now?
You're not a ghost now,
okay.
No. But you don't have to. You aren't in the radius for this to matter.
Okay, an 8, a 9, an 8. Got many successes, including on my hunger dice. Holy shit! And a 5 for the other one, but I ain't scared of no stakes. Right back.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, Jem.
2 successes and 1 crit fail.
Okay.
I have a mini fridge for snack and drink in my room.
I'm so
for
jealous.
Moments like this. It's so cool.
So.
And tits that don't quit. What the hell?
So
they really have been blessed.
So Siren and Victor, what you see is her walk over there, grab the stake, and pull it out. Jem, in your hand is now this blinding, bright light that burns to look at it. And you drop it and you kind of cover your eyes. And Siren and Victor, you see inside or on the sides of the stake are silver inlaid words, and there is a cross that was just barely
I knew it
below the corpse.
Second Inquisition shit.
The silver the words are too far away from you to read. They're smaller script.
I'll go check them out. If I need to pick it up, I'll use my jacket
Oi! I'm
cover
just
my
gonna
hand.
throw in like a handkerchief or something.
It's fine.
Okay.
Like you reach
Yeah.
and touch it, and it is uncomfortably like you know that there is truth faith in
Yeah.
this, but it is not being wielded by anyone of true faith.
Right.
And it's the same standard justice and the damned and
Right.
destruction of those unfit to walk the earth and yada yada yada. The same thing that you've seen through generations used to target everyone in one way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
But these words killed the kindred lying on the bed. More specifically, the sun did, but it definitely helped.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna
I have
pack that in.
a follow-up question now. Then, Were
Jem, you're
those
good to go
words-
now.
He
were
just
those
books it out of the room and goes back and sits with Jace.
When you walk out of the room, you see Jace, and the expression is still the same, but he is wearing a black-tailed, long-tailed jacket, and he is wearing a top hat,
Siren, 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 siren.
and he has a lit cigar in his
She was-
mouth.
She was literally about to ask Victor, "So this steak?" And then siren, nope. Like she
And then
knows that
a
tone.
white, like a painted white handprint covering his face.
Yeah.
And Jace,
Do we have Iris's number?
and Jace, you're staring at her, and she's just like yelling for Siren.
Well, and
Can
this
I-
is what. Can Jace communicate with us at all? Can he say anything?
Yeah, can I like is there anything that I can do? Can I you know,
What would you like to try to do, Jace?
okay,
I hate-
so
I
Do
hate
you want to yell? Do you want to move? Do you want to be like what?
so a couple of things.
Damn it, Matthew.
Okay, so this is gonna be dumb. This
Amazing.
is gonna be real dumb.
Love to see it.
But hear me out. Can I bite my tongue?
You go to move your jaw to push your tongue forward, and you're able to move your jaw and push your tongue forward. Would you like to bite down on your tongue?
Yes, because,
Blood magic shit.
and this probably won't work. However, hear me out. So I have a blood sorcery skill,
Mm-hmm.
called A Taste for Blood. And by tasting a drop of blood, the user can discern some basic traits of the one to whom it belongs.
Mm-hmm.
With a win on some stuff, I can.
You want to
figure
know
out
if
some
whatever's
other
possessing you,
things.
if you can learn shit
I can
about
also
them.
identify whether the blood belongs to a mortal, ghoul, vampire, or other supernatural creature. And a critical win does some other stuff. But really, it's just like Jace currently cannot see the suit,
No.
cannot see the handprint. And so I think the first thing that he wants to know
You
is
can taste the
what the
cigar
fuck?
that is in your mouth, lit.
okay.
And as you open your mouth to push your tongue forward,
Mhm.
it almost you realize a few things at the same time. Is that you
Mhm.
are in control of your body because you are now able to move. There is a lit fire in front of your face, but it is a small amount enough that it does not bring out fear of the fire itself, other than like, oh shit, I have a cigar.
Sure.
And
Which version of Jace does Siren see, by the way?
you see a painted Jace with the top hat, and Jace, do you bite your tongue? Do you
If-
take the
But you're
cigar
talking
out of
me,
your
sir.
mouth?
This is the conversation.
Do
Do you take the cigar out of your mouth and bite your tongue?
at me, sir? Do you have my tongue?
Fuck. If I have control of myself now, because that was more like Jace doesn't have control of himself and wants to figure out what is happening. If he has control of himself,
It wasn't
No.
until Jem started hollering for Siren that you realized that you did have a cigar in your mouth.
okay, he will drop the cigar and stamp it out.
Okay.
No, he's not going to do that. No, he's not going to do that. That is so disrespectful. He's just gonna move it as basically like hold it out and down and away from him.
It's not an open flame, so it's fine.
Sure, but he still just wants it to like not be near him.
Yeah.
And he will just kind of look at Jem, and his expression just drastically changes from the very okay, like kind of checking out what's happening, to just mortified.
This is
we are not okay.
done. And
but
she
we
just
will
goes,
be.
nope, she just goes and tackles Jace, and it's time to go. She had instructions of that it's time to run. Even if I want to see what happens when she gets him out of the brick circle, honestly, if that changes anything. But she does. She's like, well, the panic has started. I'm going to take this small boy and we're going to fucking run. So she will do so.
Put me down. Put me down.
Put me
So-
down, woman.
Have you seen you?
So Victor, you hear Jem hollering for Siren booking it out of the room. What do you do?
I have the stake.
You do.
Quick glance around. Does it? Let me just review so that Cody understands what Victor knows. Right, Second Inquisition kill
Mhm.
on board. Most likely moved here after being torpid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
be.
so
No, we know that they were torpid. We know that it was here because of, or at least
it was
that's where the
set up.
windows were open.
Or
Yeah, it
that
was-
it was set up to look.
Okay.
the,
Torpor is
yeah,
the staking.
the
Just
sun,
making sure,
the
yeah.
sunbirth, the sun,
Yeah.
the true death happened here. Got
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I'm trying to decide if Victor knows that there might be value in searching the room, or if not. If he believes that the vampire was staked elsewhere and then moved here and put in position, he will just try to figure out why they're freaking out and follow them.
I did say
If-
while I was searching the body, I looked in the drawers for ID as well,
Yeah.
so we would know if they were staying in the room.
Next to the bed, closest to the window, is a very neatly folded up set of clothes.
Okay.
And there is no wallet, there is no purse. It is just a pair of like dress pants,
Okay.
very expensive dress pants, and a very expensive dress shirt, and a suit jacket that is very neatly laid out on the floor.
Victor will look at it, look it over, right? Check the pockets, try not to disturb it too much. And then take pictures of it
Mm.
on his cell phone.
The sizes.
Sure, I'll grab a tag. Yeah. And then try to follow them. They've probably gotten pretty far away, but he's
Jem
pretty
hasn't
fast.
left. Like once Siren picks him up and goes,
Sure.
she's gonna go back to check on Victor
Okay.
because she heard that it wasn't Alice. Did she hear?
You didn't put that together. He
Okay.
put it together that it
Then-
was
okay.
Oh, she didn't say that out loud.
a masculine form. Whether or not that means shit for
But
Alice.
it's just that it's not old enough.
It's not old enough to.
Yeah.
He would have been Ash at this point.
Yeah.
The fact that there is still somewhat, and when you remove the corpse, it crumbled a little bit more.
Mhm.
So she'll go back in and I'm sorry. That got
And you hear a crash from in the hallway as Siren tackles Jace outside of the circle.
our
Staying focused, taking
Do
the
you-
pictures. Go ahead.
do you need a hug?
Not right now. Thank you.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Wasn't my friend.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I help? Do you have any chips you need me to hold?
He he actually, this is the first time like he remembered that there even were chips, and he's like, just the ones you had earlier. No, I think we're almost done here.
Can I go look at the clothes?
Yeah, take a look.
Do they look familiar?
They don't look familiar. They look as someone mentioned in chat, it does appear to be a tailored set of clothes. They are designer. They are bought in a store and then tailored appropriate to someone who would be wearing them.
But they don't look like Addison.
It's hard to tell. They look like something Addison could possibly spend money on and wear.
Stop it. Oh no.
But the body is beyond description other than tall,
She
broad.
immediately texts Addison, hey, actually fuck it. She's gonna call him.
There's no answer. And you get a text back with a question mark from Addison's number.
Did Jerry ever call you back?
No, because Jerry's dead.
Um,
Is he? We don't know.
After he's gathered the evidence that he thinks is appropriate or exists here, right? He's going to I'm gonna can I say I closed the glass door before I did my epic leap off of the balcony?
Oh, from the top floor? Yeah.
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 Okay, great. It's like, how far back do I have to track to make sure that things are covered? Okay. Then
the only issue up there would be the 6th floor door handle.
The door handle being
and
broken.
a chair moved out of the way. I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. So once I feel like I've gathered the evidence here and I kind of put it back. Like, all right. This is not what I was looking for. I think. What time is it? How long till sunup?
You've probably got about 2, maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours before sunup.
Minutes.
You have 2 minutes.
Fuck.
Right in the bathroom.
We're in the sunroom.
Actually-
No.
No.
Speaking of what, oh no, do finish go.
They just live in the hallway for another. 4
Casinos
corpses
are
were found in.
Notorious for not having windows.
You don't have windows.
Seriously, if
Yeah,
there were like
true.
4 of us just lined up, zombied out in a Hard Rock casino
Be fine.
for 12 hours,
Be fine.
no one would say shit.
They would
I don't
notice.
know, with a top hat and a tail and a.
Shut up. No one would. It's New Orleans. No one would say shit.
That's true.
I'm gonna start heading out into the hallway and he's gonna kind of talk to himself as he goes. All right, this is not. Maybe this is who Alice got in the fight with. If that's, does that match the description?
It was just a man. Claude.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, it could very
Sure.
well be. It was. Got the impression from Claude that it was somebody that believed they could get away with whatever the fuck they wanted to get away with.
Sure.
Was kind of an asshole in regards to who Alice is.
Yep.
And then went up the elevator to 503.
Great. Okay.
It could be framing
Oh,
them.
to the 5th floor. Sorry.
To the
Fifth floor,
to the
yeah.
5th floor.
He didn't
Understood.
know exactly the room.
That's fine.
While this is happening, Siren has, while listening to Jace's protestations, has at least hauled him down the hallway and into a bathroom, like at one of the public bathrooms that are sometimes in, checks that it's empty, and stands him in front of the mirror and goes, she wants him to be aware of what he fucking looks like, because he seems perfectly fine with all of this.
And Jace, you see yourself, it is, aside from the skin tone, and that is a handprint and not an actual skull. The age of the suit, the feel of the suit, the tailoring of the suit is, man, that is exactly what he would wear.
I'm gonna walk
So,
past.
you want to reconsider that whole "I'd get your ass out of here" thing, or would you like to have a conversation with whatever version of you that is?
Well, good question. But for now, who knows? But he is just like visibly, remarkably uncomfortable.
Did you hold on to the cigar or not when she tackled you?
Tell me you kept it.
Please say yes. You have.
Actually, please say no. I'm not
Roll a
sure.
die.
Let's see what happened. Yeah, flip
Yeah.
a coin.
Flip it. Heads you
part of-
did, or evens you
so,
did,
like,
and then
part
odds
of
you
me
did.
is like yes, only because required. Yes, respect.
Sure.
But the other part of me is like
Evens you kept onto it?
Tackled by a siren.
Tackled by a siren.
Yeah.
Sorry, not
Even-
sorry.
Even
Oh, no.
it,
Oh, God, no,
odds
that's
it
not-
dropped.
Tackled by siren, pointed look. That's
It was
tackled
an
by
8.
anything.
Okay.
An 8.
So
No,
you-
literally, it's just like you've been tackled. Are you gonna hold on to a fucking cigar that you weren't?
So that's what I was
actively
asking. I
trying
just-
to smoke.
Yeah, so you've got
That
the
you're not
cigar
used
still
to.
in your hand, and when you look in the mirror, you see yourself, and you've got the cigar still in your hand. I was just curious.
Yeah, he is just like remarkably uncomfortable, but at the same time, there is a level of like you know, like in science stuff, when you're like, don't touch anything, it has to stay exactly how it is until we
I
figure out
fucked that
what
up
happened.
already. I have
No, I know.
body. Like,
No, but
Yeah,
yeah, like
control.
we need a control to be kept, and so like a part of him is like, get this off of me right now. Get this off of me right now. This is not okay. This is bad. And then another part of him is like, get to Iris, and just as you are right now, and then we can dissect it and figure out what is happening. So I think he is
Picture of
going
you.
to keep. I think he is going to whisper I'm so sorry, please don't get offended, and put out the cigar and get rid of it.
Like throw it
No,
away,
not like
flush
that.
it.
Absolutely not like that. I think he will like. He doesn't want to start a fire in this fucking Hard Rock bathroom. So, but
I'll
he's-
crush it. I'll
he's-
definitely
he's
You
gonna,
got, like, marble.
make
You
sure
could
that
put
it's
it out. Yeah.
and then
If I
throw
took
it
us
away.
into a women's bathroom, we just throw it in one of the tampon
And Victor,
things.
Just put it under
Victor,
the
when you
water.
walk out of the room,
No,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
But like, I just wanted it to be clear that he wasn't like throwing a half-lit cigar into.
if I may,
trash can.
as Jace is putting out the cigar, he's gonna flash back to like Howling Commando days and be like and just sort of
are
be
you
like,
sure you're not Wolverine?
Wolverine Bond.
Yeah.
Wolverine Bond.
and like, so before Jace throws it, he's like, that's pretty nice, and he's
Yeah,
just
We're
gonna
in a
suck it
bathroom.
in
It's
his
it's
pocket.
hand rolled. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I bet.
Oh yeah.
So he was walking out as you guys were walking in. I would have just
Okay,
assumed
got
that he's going to go, okay,
Yeah.
I got what I needed. I'm going to follow up with you guys.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I was trying to walk them back down. I wanted I got a question for Claude real quick, and then might have a question for our Nosferatu friends, but we'll find out.
Jace,
don't
do you
want
want,
this?
as we say, do you let him take the cigar?
Sure, fuck it.
Okay.
I don't.
He'll take it, magic pocket it, and then it's only after he has the cigar that Victor kind of realizes that Jace did like a magical quick change in the hallway.
Fucking
And he's-
Tremere,
Oh,
am
yeah.
I right?
Yeah, and he's gonna stop and just kind of look him over and be like, "I like the look," and then just into the
The elevator? Okay.
Don't like the look. We're not. She shouts after him. We're not liking this look. This look is haunted as fuck. And she just when clear that Jace doesn't need to be carried anymore. She fucking storms after Victor. Like, we're not done talking about that. Anything that happened. Like,
And so, like, a couple comes out of their room and, like, walks by you guys as you're screaming at Victor. And Jace, are you and Jim coming out of the restroom? Or do you need a minute?
We're gonna take a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna let Weapon X and X-23 talk for a second.
Yeah. And yeah. So as this couple walks by, and they look like they're going down the public elevators, essentially.
Don't kink shame us.
Fucking newlyweds, and they just keep walking.
Oh, you're mean.
Yeah,
Funny because they
I'm
had a Wolverine themed wedding.
Yeah, I'm gonna move the
That's cool.
In here, you did.
in. Yeah, I will be nice and move the freight elevator back down and try to get to talk to Claude, which I'm sure Siren we will talk the whole way through, but I don't want to distract. Just want to say that is in process.
Okay. Well, we will catch up to you guys in the elevator in a second. Jace and Jem. Jem, that little winking face that you've seen on all the cards, it's almost a spitting image. Besides, I don't know, he's a white guy.
Which is a little problematic, but we'll address that later.
It's problematic. Yeah. She's gonna get a napkin and wet it and start cleaning his face.
So what did you see on those walls?
You don't know she's seen anything on the wall. Oh, that
She said that she did.
Scrolling.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking the cards. Like she hasn't told you that.
Oh no!
I saw
meant the
green.
scrawling.
And it was kind of hovering, but it was in gibberish. Like I didn't understand it, and most of it didn't even. It was like pictures or hieroglyphics. I couldn't read it.
And when you focused on it,
It just
like did you?
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. So it looked like that to me too.
Really?
And then I focused a little bit more and it didn't go away. It just became the phrase blood of my blood interposed on top of itself over and over and over and over again throughout the entire hallway. And then as soon as the door opened, and that's why I couldn't listen at the door. It stopped me. Fucking words stopped me from being able to listen at that door.
She's gonna touch his face. He stopped you, Jace.
Yeah, now I know that. But they went away when the door opened. And I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. And then I could, and I had a cigar in my hand, and I just need to figure this out. I
can't see anything. Every time I try, it's just him. He's everywhere, and he's looking at me, and maybe there's something in there I'm missing. Like I tried to look at for Alice, and I got like the first Mardi Gras or something more primal, but he was there. He was there in all of it, and I tried to look and see what was in the room tonight, because we got into the elevator and fucking John McClane, the vampire hunter. Sorry, it's fine.
Oh no.
Just my FSU glass.
I'm going to take advantage of that to remind both of you that the hotels have cameras.
In the bathroom?
In the bathrooms?
Not in the bathroom.
In the public ones. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure you're not in the hallway anymore. Just making sure.
In the restroom.
I had to say out loud that we're not in the
right
hallway,
into the
right?
toilet and we close the door.
Thank
There's
you.
not a chance.
Just fucking making sure. I wasn't going to say a word, and then your glass broke, which felt like a sign that maybe we should talk.
Oops. That's why we don't gesticulate down here. Leave it up here so everyone can see. But he was in there and he had a crossbow and stakes.
Oh.
And then we flip to.
Okay, sorry.
You do your glass thing, and we flip to John McClane, the vampire Wolverine Wick hunter, And
What is Kate Beckinsale's character in Underworld? Because that's my goals.
and
it's
with
just Kate Beckinsale.
Kate
Isn't that,
Beckinsale.
isn't that just what we call it?
Yeah,
yeah,
actually.
as soon as Jem says the crossbow, the camera kind of disappears from and zooms from the jacket area of Victor.
He is disassembling it under the jacket as they're getting the freight elevator and moving down. And
He's double checking. I'm sure she checked on the way up, but she's double checking for cameras in this particular elevator.
There's not.
We did. There's not.
Yeah.
Double. That's why I said double checking. Just. So listen, that's impressive, and I'd love one of those at some point. The build your own crossbow kit, so much better than Lego. But they said what you were looking for was going to be here.
They said this is where they sent her. That this is where they went.
They said this is where the way to get in was. They said they sent her to the tower.
Right.
2 different places.
Right.
Here's my question. You talked a lot about her interests. What are the chances that she is also chasing after the Second Inquisition bullshit?
Cody does not think those are related. What does Victor think those would be related?
Victor does not think that she would be going, or that they would be going to look for that kind of trouble. It's not why that's not why they were coming to New Orleans.
So
you would have to be one ballsy dumb motherfucker to go off on your own, going to hunt the Inquisition.
Hello, he's right here. So here's my concern. You like jazz? There's a lot in jazz that is sometimes it's very easy to connect and disconnect the notes and the music and the style, and there's a very good chance that we've accidentally stumbled onto 2 different projects of interest in one hotel tonight. This may have nothing to do with your girl, but it definitely has something to do with all of us if someone's going around being killed like that. So
agreed. They're my friend, and I would like to find them. And what is now pertinent information is a worthwhile bargaining chip with not only the Ventrue, but the Prince of New Orleans. And the truth is, as useful as the collapsible crossbow is, it is pretty much worthless about 90% of the time. So I need to speak with Ventrue, and I need to make a deal with them that I'm not the one delivering bad news to the prince, that they've let the Second Inquisition hunt in their territory.
Are we so sure that they've let them? Or are we possibly thinking somebody in that organization partnered with them on purpose?
Either way is damning. One is outright accusatory and one is speculating on negligence. Either one is a black eye that no Ventrue is going to want to let happen. So if they are my key to finding Alex, then they are the people I need to speak with next. But I don't know what's going on with your friend. That's something you should probably keep pretty close to the chest until you can sort that out. We can sort that out.
Buddy, you have no idea how much about my friends I'm keeping close to my chest right now. And
don't particularly want to know.
And for that, I'm going to ask you, give us a minute to deal with the Ventrue before you go barging in there. Because if our friend, who's in that clan, might get in trouble with this, something he, I'm sure, wasn't actually mixed up in or involved in. Pretending for a minute that I don't think he might actually have been that corpse in the first place. So I'm not prepared to deal with that. I need a day or so for us to figure out how to get in touch with him about this before you go asking questions of them.
And the door opens. You guys can 100% shut it. I'm just saying the elevator has arrived at the bottom floor.
Yeah. We're still in the back hallway because this is the freight elevator, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as we are going, I'm gonna
you guys can 100% stay in the elevator. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, but if he starts to just she'll step to interpose a little, not actually to touch, but just
sure, that's fine.
I need a day or so, please. And then you can say whatever you want to them, and I'll go with you. But we need a minute to get him out if we can, or to warn him something is coming, or to see if that was him. Because either way, it's not great. And and he's ours. So I really need you to promise me you're not going to do anything that's going to get him hurt before we have a chance to try to help him.
Not trying to get your friend hurt. But I think before we do that, we need to have a quick conversation with Claude.
Whoever his security team is, because I'm sure there's cameras we can access to see who went in and out of those hallways. So, you know what? I can do that. You talk to Claude. I think the less of us that group together as a unit on their cameras, the better for most of this. So, yeah.
So you have a contact that you can collect the camera feed from the security team?
Sure, I can make one.
All right.
We're friendly, remember?
He kind of looks at her. I'm friendly. You're... And he just walks.
And so the camera leaves her there, and we go back up to Jason Gem. Shattering glass heard in the background, now resolved.
It was just a vision. It was a very real vision.
Yeah.
You're muted, Gem.
Yeah, you're muted.
Well,
there you go. Things have just escalated a lot more than I thought they would.
same.
And has he done anything at you in these visions, or is it just that he's there and watching?
Winks at me all the time.
He's been very friendly, and he's raised a toast to you.
It doesn't feel bad, like not a leering way, but question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Not for you.
Oh.
Since La Baron came into our lives, can she have done a wee bit of like a Wikipedia delve?
Yeah.
And learned about Mama Brigitte?
Specifically because you are a New Orleans native, and
she knew about him, but I don't think she knew about Mama Brigitte. Is there a way that she could have found out?
As soon as you started receiving visions, the moment that you saw the Baron's face overlaid the screams of Jace and a burning New Orleans.
Wait, it was burning? It wasn't burning before.
Sorry, blood covered. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Is there new information?
Oh, it's blood covered? That's normal.
That's fine.
We can eat that. That's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Fire is panic. Blood is dessert.
The blood-covered house of cards of Bourbon Street, and specifically overlooking the building that you've come to realize since then is Iris's Haven,
right?
The ancient site. You could have done some research into that. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. No, like he's not leering. It doesn't feel dangerous or bad. It's kind of nice. It's kind of like sometimes when a really nice older man flirts with you and they're not trying to be rapey or weird.
In theory, yes,
No.
but not in practice. No, specifically because old men who would be nice to me like that are inevitably weird.
Oh.
But yeah, in theory, yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it's just the last two visions I've had when I've like tried to have, he's been all over him.
I see. Okay, so he was obviously, and he will just kind of indicate to him his new wardrobe. He was here, but I thought that that was because there would be some dead person in that room.
There was.
And oh, like a
There was
dead
a-
person or like a dead
Are we not people?
person, like a kindred or
It was us.
Okay.
So,
oh
someone was in there with and she does the two
mhm.
middle.
Oh shit. Okay.
Put him in there.
Then
and-
why is
It's the best thing for the Second Inquisition ever is the
literally
the two sign and the middle finger. I love it.
literally
Second
yeah.
Inquisition.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. That's like the only thing I will give to this community, and I'm really thankful for it.
And
That's our
it's-
gang sign.
Welcome to VTM canon included.
Yeah,
Before-
absolutely.
Like it was a in the and then they left the
And then the
Windows
whoosh and the
open.
ha.
and then they left the windows open. Like it hurt my eyes to look
Well.
at it. But whoever was really nicely dressed. I thought for a minute it was, but he texted me. So
Okay.
and And,
Although Rebecca would never have let that happen.
really, because she gave him a key to the room and told him to come here.
I have to believe that it was something else. And that's just a bad coincidence. Because even they're not that bad. They're not that shitty.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what sent him into Nesbit territory. He's not been okay. What if she threatened him?
Well, I mean, it looks like we came here with more questions, or we are leaving with more questions than we had. So hopefully we can tear them away from her and then ask a little bit and see what happens. But
It's not it's not Captain America's friend either.
okay, that's good. Okay. And he you can just sense how vaguely overwhelmed he is.
And the
I mean,
moment that
in a
you
way that he has not ever been before.
the moment that you start to feel yourself anxious and panicky,
Mm-hmm.
Jim, you kind of look down and it's not his, and you look back up and his face is handprint again, and Jason, your hand is the cigar lit.
Oh my god. He will just exclaim that. He realizing that his fingers got moved apart and now there is a cigar in between them.
Yeah, well, what happens is you're just oh fuck, and you reach and you get it to your lips before you realize you have a lit cigar in your hand, and why am I trying to inhale this cigar?
I
She's just gonna hug him and
he,
kiss him on the cheek.
he is just like at that point, like he's just like a little too shell shocked to even react. Just not even shell shocked, but just like a what the fuck? Like
She's
that
gonna-
is so far beyond anything that has happened, even with ghost shit.
She's gonna
Happening.
hug him, kiss him on the cheek, and whisper in his ear in French or like in Creole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so not. There's a big difference.
There is, but that's okay.
In Creole, she's gonna whisper, "It's gonna be okay, honey."
Thank you.
Come stop your crying. It'll be all right.
I he will like not like aggressively or anything, but just kind of like end like he will hug back if he can, if his hands are not here. But like
Well, I mean, but you have control over it. It was almost like a subconscious thing.
I meant more like if she hugged him and his hands got stuck, like he won't be able to hug, but if he can, he'll hug her back. And then just I want to help you guys find Captain America's friend, but I might have to deal with this first, with this aggressively taking over my body.
Well, I'm here to help. I don't. I can kind of see, and I'm not as smart as you are. I don't know how
That's
good.
not true.
No.
But no, I more like I don't want to delay him at all, but
Same.
I might need a couple days, nights.
You need to tell Iris.
I know.
Now.
I know. Last time we talked about this, it was just that book, and her reaction was remarkably laissez-faire. It's fine. Let's just see if this book shows back up in your fucking backpack again.
Almost surprisingly so, actually.
Yeah.
But she didn't have anything else to say. Like, 'cause she's been practicing in New Orleans for a while. She's never had any run-ins with the Baron. It was in her house, Jace.
I know. And part of me thinks that it's that he's not terribly harmful, which is why she wasn't worried. But now this happened. And this is much more aggressive than just smelling smoke. He will just like almost like exasperatedly exclaim, like not like screaming, but just saying through the edge of the bathroom around him. Like,
well, I mean,
this is much more aggressive.
What did he do?
What?
Well, I mean, let's be practical. What did he actually do? Besides change your clothes and paint your face and start you on a cigar habit that you'll probably take eternity to kick.
Whenever the door opened, did I do anything?
Well, you didn't want to go in.
I couldn't move.
Right.
Jim, you saw him move.
Yeah, like you moved backwards. Shit.
No, I mean, the door
gave
opened.
you the thumbs up. He
Yeah,
gave you the
I gave you an A-OK. The door opened and I couldn't move.
And then kind of like try to usher you into the door.
But the Baron doesn't kill anything.
I know, but apparently he paralyzes people.
The Baron welcomes and moves. The Baron maybe brought us to this room where someone met the true death.
See, and that's what I thought.
To anyone else.
That's what I thought was going to be it. But then I don't know where this is supposed to lead me.
I don't know either. Do you Do you maybe want to ask someone other than Iris? I mean, not that she doesn't know what she's doing, but there's so many, she's so in Dad likes to call it Tremere shit. Maybe if we found someone who was just in voodoo shit, for lack of a better. And maybe
Find a better term.
maybe they could help, or
Yeah.
at least maybe give you something a little less diluted. I mean, I don't know.
My first instinct, and Matthew does not remember this kind old lady's name, but the one at the desk.
Oh, Margaret.
Yeah,
Was
Margaret.
that it? Margaret. My first instinct
that
is
bitch
to
is a
go to
ghoul.
Margaret. I know, but she's seen
Doesn't
shit.
mean she doesn't know
She
things.
has to have seen
I say
shit,
this with a
but,
little kindness. Is she white?
Yeah, she's white.
No.
that's actually fair.
Can we go to someone outside the
Only-
family?
The only thing that worries me about going to somebody outside the family is if this is too close to the family to keep from them, and then I get in trouble with your dad.
I mean, I can tell Dad.
I mean, not like your dad, really the sheriff, and then I get in trouble with the sheriff, which gets me.
No, I mean, no one has to
to
know who we are or what's going on.
Yeah. I need to figure out. I want to look into some stuff, maybe by myself first, and then talk to somebody else, and then talk to Iris. But that feels backwards. I don't know. I just need to figure this shit out. And then he's gonna walking the line between disrespect and making sure that you can walk out of this Hard Rock Cafe without looking up, like making a scene.
God, if those aren't my 20s. Continue.
He's gonna grab a paper towel and wet it and start trying to clean off his face.
And while he does, she's gonna get behind him and whisper in his ear in Creole, please, this would help us get out so much more easily.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to come off.
Okay. Yeah, just clean until it goes off. And then for now, let's just get out of this fucking Ventru bullshit.
Yeah.
And you
Let's
guys, do you guys take the public elevators or the stairwell?
Because paranoid vampires, I want to
Stairs.
say stairs, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm tired of this bullshit. But we can do stairs.
It's up to you guys.
No, fuck it. We're doing the elevator. I'm
Yeah.
also tired. This has been a weird fucking night.
You guys do. You guys
Yeah.
go down the elevator and very quickly, you guys are in the front lobby.
And what's his face look like?
It's fine. Like you wiped it off.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then to your left, you see Victor and Siren. And Victor is walking towards you guys and going to go talk to Claude.
They were in there for a minute. Can I just say that
Yeah,
asked Claude if he could get me a list of the people that had stayed on the 5th floor recently. That's really all I want.
Very quickly, that's done. Yeah.
Great.
Sorry.
No.
He
I
actually already has it waiting on you. He'd been going over who had been. So yes, sir. Hopefully, is everything okay?
Could be better, but you've done a wonderful job, and I really appreciate that for you. And I thank you for having this list ready for me. That is super helpful.
I went back and tried to look at the tapes from that day. I was working that shift. There's no tapes for that day.
Good to know.
It's been wiped. But here's a list of. I don't know how useful it's going to be, but here's a list of everybody that was on the floor.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Claude.
Of Of course.
Do I hear that with my vampire ears?
Yeah. You say you were walking around the
As
corner.
I'm about to start texting Vegas asking first if he has security contacts here, never mind then. Okay.
And this is no shade. The scene was wonderful. I just wanted to I rolled a couple of occult checks for myself to see if I could figure something out or that Victor might have an idea to try this. But so I used 2 willpower, rerolled, ended up with 3 successes eventually. So I think he's got a guess.
A guess of what's going on with Jace?
Maybe, or I don't think he knows the whole idea, or exactly what's going on with Jace. But I think he's, the clothes changed. Dude didn't want to go in there, and just with those 2 pieces of information, I'm trying to make a logic leap here. So
with 3 successes, you get it looks like a bad costume version of somebody who didn't know what the fuck the Baron looked like.
Sure,
but it's New Orleans, and you've been around long enough that you're familiar with a variety of faiths.
Sure. As we are leaving, because that seems to be the direction we are all headed. If anybody else has something they want to do, I don't want to stop or hold us up.
Hey, Victor,
Yeah.
do you have someplace to stay tonight?
I have a room that I've
Okay.
purchased. I appreciate it.
Oh, I wasn't offering. I was just curious.
I appreciate you asking. Jace, how do you feel about? And I'm gonna hold up I'm gonna say, can we be in like the parking garage?
Or
You guys, as you guys have walked out,
In
you
the
guys,
beefcake bus. Just
you
come
guys
on
are.
in.
Well, that's the thing is the motorcycle's there. The driver's no longer there.
Not leaving my bike.
They know not to wait unless I ask them to.
Exactly.
I'll call a new one.
So you guys are in the parking garage. You take a quick look around. There's no cameras. It's a parking garage in New Orleans, and you guys are really the only ones around here.
Yeah. Jace, how do you feel about this? And I show him the steak.
Jace, make a willpower check. Immediately upon seeing that.
Okay, 6. Let's see how I feel about that, Victor.
Hold for roll. Oh, we don't feel good.
2 successes, 1 crit fail on my hunger die.
Okay. So immediately, even worse so than what happened to Gem with 3 in a crit fail. As soon as you see the silver inlays, as soon as that becomes visible to you, you don't see the silver inlays. You see this blinding white hot light, and you turn and you start to run, and then you stop. And you all see this, like he's like, oh, shit. And then it turns and tries to book it, and you see terror on his face. And he turns and then he stops, and his head looks up.
Jeez.
Still, I'm assuming wearing the top hat and the tails, unless you took that off.
The top hat would have come off. The tails can stay on. Fuck it. I don't give a
Tails
fuck.
stay on during sex.
It's fancy. What is he, a farmer? It's after 5. What is he, a farmer?
But yeah, this top hat would have come off. So top hat stayed back with the group when I dropped it in fear.
When you stop, you realize that you're in control, but you feel like a grip on your shoulder, like a grip of a hand and then a pat.
Every time you panic, stop being afraid.
Honestly, it's like
Get some lorazepam.
Be me.
Chase?
He will take a second, do the weird human thing, and take some deep breaths for no reason other than the fact that 7 months ago that would have calmed him down.
Hey, psychologically, it still might work.
Yeah, exactly.
Repetitive actions are good.
Yes. And he will.
I've recovered it by this point. Like
Perfect.
upon seeing him,
Yeah.
Just for
run away, bitch.
Deal with it.
yeah, and it definitely
Hey,
wasn't like
Shippy.
point out. It was like, huh?
Yes.
What do you think of this?
And he will, after doing a couple breaths, turn around. I did not like that.
Is his
Yeah,
face painted again?
The face is painted, and it was the beast who didn't like that. You lost control of your body, and the beast took control and was trying to get as far away from that blinding white light as possible.
Yeah. I mean, and I think he realizes the distinction, but he's also gonna just he's still just gonna be like, I did not like that.
Does he have another cigar?
He
I
hasn't.
like that.
He hasn't let go of his second one yet.
Oh, he didn't let go of the
Oh
previous
fuck!
one.
I forgot about
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay,
I
that's
guess.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Is my top hat on my head or on the floor next to that?
Did you take it off and like leave it?
Well, so I had taken it off earlier, and then I took off running.
Oh yeah. The minute that like you guys see the hat drops and like he takes booking off running, and the moment that like he stops and comes back, the top hat's sitting on his head. Turns around, face is painted.
Weirdest party trick ever.
Jace,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, and I hope you all trust me. I'm going to take my jacket off, and I'm going to hand my jacket to Siren. Has the stake in it? Has the crossbow? It's all been
Jim's still
broken
gonna
down.
do a slight step in front of Jace because this is sounding very. I'm so sorry, my friend, but I must do what I must do. Language. So she's just gonna do a. Mm-hmm.
Before she can,
Yeah.
I'm going to use
He's
blink.
older and faster. Yeah.
I'm going to use blink,
Okay.
celerity 3, and just try to scare him. Scare Jace.
You're gonna probably succeed. Also, like before, as he started saying that, I hope you all try. Just a voluntary.
Yeah, it's like, at this point, it's not a subconscious thing. It's just a fuck it. And-
Yeah, like if I'm.
I wonder if it helps.
I'm gonna have
Yeah,
it-
the moment that he starts
And-
talking, you get it to light up.
Yeah.
You get it to your lips, and before you can really inhale, he's standing right in front of you. Too fast
Yeah.
for you to react.
And that does, in fact, frighten him. Surprising, very few.
Does he look more barren? Like I should have had him clean his face first, and I realized
There
that
is
after I
no
did it.
distinctive change other than a very shocked look on his face.
Huh.
And then Jim's gonna like muscle in.
He just steps out of the way. Yeah, he's not really attacking him.
Whoa. What?
Jace, do you consider yourself a religious man?
Now, whether Jace does or not, House Karna does. And you know for a fact Iris does.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes and no. Through different points in my life, yes. Now, somewhere in the middle, probably because all of this happened 7 months ago. So, like, it's just a very short time to process an entirely different life, let alone religion. So, yes and no, I think would be the answer. Did I have a firm belief in this prior? Did I know it existed? Yes. Did I believe in it? Yes. Was I a believer and a practicer? No.
Oh.
Go ahead, Jim.
Mm.
Okay. I'm a little out of my depth here. I'm not exactly the spiritual type. And he's saying this as he walks back to get his jacket. But Alex might have been able to help you with this. They were far more interested in the metaphysical. But as best I can tell, you seem to have some sort of guardian tailor that kicks in when holy or other religious events are taking place in front of you.
He will just kind of like chuckle, maybe in disbelief, maybe just because he's flabbergasted. But it sure seems like something like that. Out of curiosity, have we heard what clan Alex/Alice?
No,
Was
the
in.
only thing that he Victor let slip was that they may possess the sight, whether that be premonitions, whether that be unseen or sight unseen,
Yeah.
or whether it just
Okay.
might be that they are extremely observant in the surroundings.
Is Alice one of us? And he will just kind of like hoping that one of us, a collective us, is obvious, but a one of us is more implied.
With a capital U.
Well, like
Or-
one of us, not a one of
Us.
everybody.
Not a
The
kin-
royal us.
Yeah, like not
Yeah.
a
Trying to
kindred,
say
not a kindred,
Tremere,
but
Right.
a Tremere
without
without
saying
The
saying
royal
Tremere.
us, of course.
Yeah.
No, us.
Yes.
So Cody had not made this decision
I'm
yet.
going to leave it up to you.
Okay.
I can roll with whatever clan they might be.
Okay. So we do know the one thing that they are is they have the Auspex ability. So in
So certain clans have auspex as an option.
in
Sure, you got several.
so
Mhm.
Cappadocians,
off of that.
Hecata, Malkavians, Salubri, Toreador, Tremere, or Zamichi.
Bless you.
Or
Which
also, it could
I love
also be
ceviche.
anyone.
a non-clan,
Mhm.
a non-clan talent, right?
Yeah. Especially since they're
I
older.
think what is the I would think given her religious bent, right? That's the one thing we know that she really cares about.
Mhm.
Oh my God! Make her Drusilla. Make her Malkavian.
I don't think she's Malkavian. That's the one thing I've said is that she's not Malkavian.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
The newest clan, I think, formerly are the followers of Set.
Oh, the
Which-
Setites. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've recently joined the Camarilla
Mhm.
and
the ministry.
the ministry.
Mhm.
And because they in general are very interested in Gehenna,
Mhm.
I think all of those pieces put together.
Yeah. Clan of
And-
vampires who believe their founder was the Egyptian god Set. Comes with obfuscate, presence, and protean. And I will figure out what they do and do not have to include auspex.
Sure. I mean that's my I think the most interesting, and
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
still part of the Camarilla. They're still
Yeah.
part of the Camarilla. I also think, if Alistair, as an Alistair, he was hunting ever Setites or just in general, there's a whole division of them that's like,
Yeah.
you do religious stuff, we'll stab you. So could have been a way to make a friend that way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think that, and so, Victor will, how will he put that? That's an interesting question. I think he'll just know they were part of the ministry.
Hmm.
And you guys would know that that's kind of a newer clan.
Yeah.
You had the Setites, or the clan of Set before. They believe that the founder of the clan is the Egyptian god Set. And now they're trying to walk a new path where Set lives inside of them. And that they are the ministry.
I'm sorry, and they're anarchs, and I was trying to make them a part of the Camarilla. My bad.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, that also makes sense for him to have been previously hunting them and now made a friend, and now he's there. Blah blah blah. Like it all makes sense for sure. Okay, I don't want to look into it before we like immediately. But then if I can't find anything else out, that would be a wonderful asset to have to help. And he's gonna take the top hat off.
I'm sorry. Could I make him part of the La Sombra?
Yeah, you can 100% do that. I love me some La Sombra.
Ooh.
Yeah,
we'll go with La Sombra.
Yeah, let's do that. That feels good.
I just got very excited.
I love the La Sombra style.
I mean, whatever.
You just made everyone's night, Cody.
I did better. I started okay, but I did it better.
I liked the ministry too.
Sorry, can I
To
just
the-
pitch some
well, to the
filet
point
mignon
that
to everybody? Thank you.
when you originally met them, they were working hand in hand with the former Setites.
Yeah.
And then it was quickly realized that they were not a follower of Set. They were not a Setite. And some of the overlap there being the La Sombra.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. I think that's good. That makes sense.
For sure.
She'll no, she's not going to pull him away. So what's the point? Jace, do you know why voodoo works?
Because you believe it. That's how anything works.
Yeah.
I know.
You believed.
I mean, now I did. No, I mean, I know. I mean, but whenever everything changed, I believed.
Didn't you practice before?
Not that.
You never put brick dust down?
I mean, not with the intention of it being voodoo. There are so many overlapping practices and superstitions in that with anything that, like, yes, sure, but not with it specifically being a voodoo thing.
Yeah, your first real dip into that would have been
with
watching Iris
yeah
practice.
But again, like with there being overlapping like individual practices and things, like it would, like he have known about, and maybe on his like most nervous of days done some like laying of brick dust to ward his door and his windows, sure. But was it ever consciously this voodoo practice I shall commit today and do, like, no, not at all. But would it have happened?
It's not even
sure.
Not to mention like the appropriation of a variety of
exactly
newer beliefs that have incorporated different things from different paths.
Yeah. And like with being a person that would not necessarily, like, might not have, as a younger person, thought to go, where did this practice come from? You know, like would not have necessarily known that. But yeah, I don't know. Did I believe that this exists? Did I believe that it existed? Yes. Did I believe that it was real? Sure. Did I actively practice it? No.
Maybe it just believes in you.
Maybe. But we'll see. He's just gonna fucking take the top hat off.
So what is the plan for the rest of the night? The slowly depreciating night.
Are you sure you don't want to stay at the Haven?
No.
Wow. Ouch.
I mean, it's your haven. It's already been used once to threaten me. I'm not really thinking I'll stick around. I have my own place. I'll see you guys at sundown. Give me an hour afterwards. Think I'm going to need to do a little hunting first.
You guys do. Now-
I text Iris.
Are you planning to go to Iris's?
I send her a text
Mhm.
that says,
I'm the Baron now.
remarkably, no. He will just say, things are developing quicker than I thought. With a hat emoji. Like
Okay.
the top hat emoji, not the
Yeah.
baseball cap.
And you get
Thank
back
you for clarifying.
and you get back a fairly quick. Go to ground. See you tomorrow night.
Okay. He'll thumbs up reaction that. That's it.
Is anybody going back to Les Havre to sleep there or rest
I
there?
have to.
You do.
That's my home. I
Jace,
don't
are you?
have an apartment.
Are you going to your apartment?
I'm going to my apartment because I worry about endangering my coterie.
Okay. And Siren.
She's gonna. If she has enough time, she's gonna insist on walking to Vegas's. That's how she'll spend the rest of the night because she's hates herself for the decision, but wants to brag about the clearing the room shit that she did tonight. She just doesn't want to seem too eager about it, so she's gonna take her time getting there because she hates herself. But she's gonna get there and there.
Okay. So everybody goes their own ways. Jem, you head back to the Haven. And when you get there, Joey is just kind of getting done with her shift. And
Joey.
hey, so some really bitchy ass woman came over here today. She wanted me to give you this, and she hands you a very pretty stationery envelope.
Okay.
And then do you open it or do you take it? Okay. She's like, and fuck this, and you rip it up. So you open it up, and inside the envelope, it is a handwritten card. It's a little bit bigger than a business card, but it's smaller than like a get well soon card. And you look at it, there's nothing on the front but a number. And on the back of it, where is my childer? And then it's
What?
and then underneath that it is fuck my life, I can't Rebecca. It's RC.
No, absolutely
no.
not.
Anyone could have Addison's phone. The fact that he texted back doesn't mean it's him. I've been screaming that all night.
And then that is where we are going to end this night for our coterie and kindred.
Sway it in.
Swayze!
How dare you?
Swayathan, Swayzan,
Swayzan.
Swayzan.
Don't make
Swagan.
me actual full real name you, sir. I know all three of them. Like,
Sways you.
So as we
Wait.
Jesus.
as the sun rises on New Orleans, the time for our kindred and coterie passes as we leave Jem staring at this letter, or this note, really, in her managerial space.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera pulls away over the tops of New Orleans and into the clouds as we say goodnight to our coterie. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned and watching with us as I mess with the coterie a little bit. So,
Fuck you.
A
That's
little
not- that's
bit?
it. No, that's not. You
A
made your
little
profile on our cast page, Crusher of Dreams. I felt like that was foreboding. I don't like you anymore.
did you not look at the title of the episode?
I did, and I was hoping
Okay.
that you
What
were
was the
just.
title?
A Family Torn. I've been worried all night
I
about
thought that was because we were like ripping open a little piece of
Has
it
so many
so we
different
could
menu.
fit the cheese that is Victor inside
in the taco.
and make garlic bread.
It
There
could have
is
a variety
cheese?
of meanings, for sure.
There is cheese?
I hate this. In any case, go listen to the new podcast, y'all. I'm
Yes.
dropping the link in chat because I need you all to catch up on this because that's not the link. Matthew, please do the thing. Can you do the command for the
I think
podcast?
I know what it is. I think I know what it is.
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks so much. We both got
Yay.
it.
Blood in the
Everyone got it.
Bayou.fireside.fm. Please go check us out. You can also check us out on wherever you listen to your podcasts at. And if you're listening to the podcast right now, all you have to do is send us a screenshot, put it in the Discord, and at the end of October, we'll be doing a giveaway vampire style.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I like
And
it.
also, if you're listening to the podcast right now,
Give us
share
a
it with your
review.
friends. Write us a review.
Tag
Check
us on
out our
Twitter.
other shows. We've
Yeah.
got fun stuff.
Tag us on Twitter,
Yeah.
Bayou by Night. We would love to see your faces. And if you're one of our Twitch viewers, thank you so much for sticking around with us. Also, do the same. Go check us out on Twitter, and we will see you guys soon. Does anybody want to say anything to our followers
Wonderful
and
game.
viewers?
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for having me again.
Glad
Really
to have you. Glad to have you.
Well, you
You're
may
gonna
be
be
a new
part of the
permanent
coterie. You
addition
understand that, right?
because we've lost Addison to the fire of
Do you-
the sun.
Do you have a coterie?
No.
You need one,
Do
clearly.
now.
Yeah, well, he has one now, whether he wants it or not.
No, a coterie has him. He doesn't have the
The
coterie.
Bayou Coterie
has
adopts
him.
everyone. So
Here's the thing, right? So if Addison is gone, my money train is gone. You now
Yeah.
replace that.
Yeah, you have
Oh, is
three
that
dots. You have 3 dots in resources.
You have
and
3
I've given
dots.
her chips to the Hard Rock Cafe.
I have all the chips. Also, I realized I have a resources of 1, so I could own some shit.
you
Okay.
could,
But
Yeah,
I don't.
You
but you
could.
choose really not to.
Yeah, you
for a
actively
reason. The
choose
one time
not
I
to.
tried to own something, somebody came to find me.
So choose to own a really kick-ass guitar or a drum set.
Don't you think I'm working on that? I need another
No,
band
listen,
first.
her 1 dot in resources is all of her
All
muscle vans.
Yeah, I pay for their
Ooh,
gas,
that's right. And also,
and I buy
you
them
don't
tank
need-
tops.
you don't need a band, just white stripes that shit.
There's that. I was gonna say
We're gonna
like,
be our band. You know that, right? We have Eternity to learn instruments. Y'all are my new band.
No.
Cody, sorry.
I have a focus in harmonica. That's my chosen performance focus.
Well,
Well,
I
that's a
think we're
scene we have to
good,
have
right?
later.
Yeah,
That's a scene we
yeah.
have to have later. Okay.
Monica, Addison plays violin.
Very wartime of you.
You play drum.
That's what exactly what I was thinking.
I think we've did we not just create Mumford and Sons?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
no.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm
Bloodford and
wrong.
Sons.
No,
Tell me I'm
no,
wrong.
you are absolutely
Let me
Yeah.
spell
I don't know if I like
SUN.
I don't know.
I was just gonna say her
Oh, no.
1 dot in resources is what she needs to keep all the beefcakes on the phone plan. right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
actually,
a
with
that's
how
a
many
hell of
there
a
are,
Verizon
it's
bill.
a really
That's
big
true.
group
Don't you do
chat. Who's
AT&T
near this
Unlimited?
place right now? First one here gets to
Google
see my
Fi.
tits.
It's like a
What?
family
Well,
line. It's
Well, we
like,
talked it out. Like the
yeah.
way that she gets her money is like when she mugs people to feed off them.
Because I only feed off jackasses.
Yeah, she just
Because
takes
my
her money
feeding
too.
type is special.
Also, I don't know if I like Bloodford and Sons more,
Oh.
Caitlin,
You're
or
welcome.
Mumford and Blood.
Mumford
I
and,
think
no, but the
it's- I
sun
think
with the S-U-N.
Yeah, it's Bloodford
Oh.
and Sons.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
Bloodford
I'll
and
take it.
Sons.
I will definitely do that
Absolutely.
one.
All right, everybody. You guys have a good night. We're going to sign off, and we'll see you next Bloody Thursday.